Could you imagine? It makes like a weird sound.
I can hear the memories.
Yeah,
They're undulating.
it sounds like the Hue, Mongolian fucking death metal. Yo, you guys excited for? Are you guys excited for Fast and the Furious 9?
No.
Yeah.
Is anybody ever
9.
excited about Fast and the Furious? Anyone?
I haven't watched any of them past like Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, I think I saw the third one.
Why are we distracted? Because it'll be a mood.
What's the mood?
Fucking kidding. What's the mood?
What are you putting on?
I was gonna say.
Be to keep all 5 people
It's
in row.
not gonna be distracting.
What are you putting on?
Just like background music.
It's just gonna be softcore porn, okay? Allison, chill.
Oh,
Fuck's sake. Make sure your microphones are on.
I want to
Jesus
be
Christ.
ready.
Oh right, mine is on.
yo.
Is yours on low?
You have a problem with me?
No, Cody, we just had yours on and ready to go because you.
Put it on low.
It's
You
on
said softcore porn. I was whipping my cock out.
Finally,
Jack off to
somebody's gonna-
softcore porn. It's like heavy petting.
It's just something you have on in the back.
Heavy-
sometimes.
Heavy petting.
What the? How do I know if my? How do I do a sound check?
We already
We
did
already
it.
sound checked.
We are
Check me.
Yeah.
so
Do
far
not
ahead.
hold it that close to your face.
This is what you're supposed to do.
No, it's not.
No.
Yes, it is.
You're
I
gonna
sing
have
with
fucking
this thing.
mustache beard all over it.
That's why it's fucking mine, dude.
It's already been immersed.
But seriously, what are you putting on?
It's your mic.
You'll
You
see.
brought it.
I'm
I did, but he
intrigued.
uses it.
Are you putting
just
on?
wait.
It's got the bluey on it.
Are you
Taylor
putting
bought
on
Like he bought it.
lo-fi hip hop
No.
beats
No, no, no.
But it's damaged.
to chill and study?
They put it
Come
on.
like that. Look at
He
it.
probably
Mine's like
like
that too.
when he was putting on the sock. He probably
You ripped it.
smushed it.
Yeah, that's what I did. I'm
Do you
sorry.
want me to buy this off you?
No.
What the?
I'll buy it off you.
Why?
$100.
Dude, why are you so
Okay.
fucking weird?
That was probably like a $40, $50 bike.
Chill wave.
I'll go buy 2.
Yeah, keep him coming. 10 more, please.
$300. Okay, my down payment for the house.
Vaporwave. I like that you searched that.
My balls are sticking to my leg. There you go.
1,000-pound sisters. I don't even know what that is.
1,000-pound sisters.
I don't think you want to know what that is.
10,000 Hours by Justin Bieber. Yummy by Justin Bieber. It's
No.
new.
Absolutely not.
Did you say it's new?
It is
It
new.
is.
It's a brand new song.
It's brand new.
Is this a fart?
And
Really?
still the worst. Yo, I watched this at Christmas.
Oh, guys, you guys
Wow.
feel the heat from this right now?
This is the
Dude, you
Bro,
have...
you have a real
you have
one
a
right
fucking-
fucking there.
It doesn't work!
It
Yes,
does
it
work.
does.
It
No,
does.
it doesn't. The pilot's out, and I don't know how to get it started.
I'll help you with
It's
it
not
later.
getting any gas.
Dude. Oh, I was just going to say, like, it's running and there's just gas running in there. When
Your
it's
campfire TV will light it up.
No, it's not working.
the whole, all you see is, like, Grand Prairie from, like, the globe. And
Are we
it's,
recording?
Houston, we have a problem.
Yes. Welcome to
Oh.
the pre-show.
Why are we watching this?
Welcome to the pre-show.
What do you mean, why are we watching this?
Paul, can you just be fucking, like, non-judgmental for once in your goddamn
No,
life?
Allison. I can't.
It's a fucking mood, dude.
I fucking can't.
Look
It's
at the mood.
It's the wrong mood.
I'm
Look at the
s-
mood.
I'm distracted as fuck right now.
But you wouldn't be distracted if we put on softcore porn?
No, if we just didn't have anything on, if we just focused.
Just heavy
We're
petting?
pretty focused. This is a fake fire. It's not even real.
Okay,
Do you feel the heat?
I don't feel the heat.
Exactly. Crack, crack, crack.
I don't feel the heat, but I
Good.
do feel distracted.
Why?
You know, I never see another log getting placed inside that fire, so I think it's fake in real life.
I mean, yes.
I think it's looped
Oh,
in real life.
Yes. Probably
Do you-
both of the above.
Do you want me just to get rid of it?
both of
No,
the above.
I'm fine with it. Paul's just a fucking whiny.
He's being a little bitch.
If
I'd
one
love some-
person
some
brings it up
fucking
during the cast.
chill.
Why are we watching this fire? Or someone says something about it.
You're going to be the only one to say anything
I'm gonna
about it.
burn the house down.
Please don't.
Can we
Bird grab.
can we decide on how we're gonna start this?
Can you
this
not
thing?
talk like that into your
Just
mic?
This is how I do it.
Just
Yeah,
like
but how I do it
always.
the whole
Just
time.
like always.
You're going to be so loud.
I don't care. Taylor can fix it in post.
He can't because
Yes, he
we're all as
can.
one audio.
He's gonna fix it.
Okay.
Taylor
I'll
knows what
fix
he's
it.
doing.
I'll fix it.
See,
You reckon everything cool?
I've done this before.
Do you?
We have like 7
Do you wanna
episodes
start?
I
already.
like that half sock
Fucking
monkey
dude,
sweater
I
you're
have-
wearing.
I don't
You
have
like
a
that?
singer,
I
don't
do.
have nothing.
See, it's got the right arms and
Do we
everything.
do
Yeah.
challenges still? What do we do?
Kind of.
We could do some challenges.
This episode.
Warcraft 3, all 1v4 you.
I'm not buying
Fuck
that.
up.
Buy it.
I'm not buying it.
Let's go.
The
your goddamn
only
mouth.
promoted ads I've seen on my Facebook feed have been people are disappointed with it.
Yeah, it's really not good. I mean, I like it, but
Did you
nobody
put it in
else
the
does.
cast? Put it in the cast.
Put it in the cast.
So I can
You.
get ripped apart.
Put it in the
Put-
fucking cast.
Put
It's
it
in
in
the
the
cast. We're already talking about it.
No, we're not in.
We're in the
cast.
pre-show.
Welcome to the pre-show.
We're
Through
I'm bringing back. Put it in the cast.
through the
Gonna make
Please.
it-
magic
like a
of
shirt
editing.
with like a
This is
fucking
actually
hand
the
like
end
this.
of the
We
show.
talked about
Put it in
this.
the cast.
It was in.
Did I talk about it?
Previous
Like,
you wanted
Ace
to get
Attorney,
like
put it in the cast.
Phoenix Wright
Yeah.
like-
Oh
Ace
my god, you're right.
pointing out.
Holy
And
shit,
he's
you're
like,
right.
like
Put it in the
where
cast.
it goes objection, you're like, put it in the cast,
Oh
Dude,
my
I'm
God.
I'm so happy we're gonna get sued for that.
with like a sketch filter
It's gonna
on
be
it and
great.
stuff. And I
You're
was like,
right.
and I was like, yeah, we'll
We
put our
wouldn't get
logo on
sued
the
because
back.
It's not
Oh my
like
god, I totally
they only
forgot about
bother
that.
to
You're
sue
right.
people that are
Sell 'em
actually
on-
popular.
Sell
What if
them
we
on
become popular
Teespring
on
or
this?
the Yeti or
Then
some
we
shit.
don't use the
Etsy.
Phoenix Wright.
Exactly, because we're gonna get sued.
Definitely. I
We could
probably said
change
that
it
last
later
time
on.
too. Oh, it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in a loop.
It was talked about on the last cast we
Okay,
did.
this
4
TV
years
is
ago.
definitely not
I'm stuck in a loop.
not
3
hot,
years
but
ago.
this light is.
This incandescent light bulb is over my head.
Really?
Told you.
Yeah,
the
it's got
lights
some
was
heat,
better.
but it's also right on top of my chrome dome. Hold on.
Can you
have
can
hair.
you actually shave your
have
head,
hair.
Stefan?
What's that?
Shave your head.
No.
Just turn the light
Like I would
off.
look pretty badass.
about
with
that?
the
Shave your
beard,
head,
right?
grow the beard out. Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
let it ride.
Say it.
Kevin Albers is a
Dude,
saint.
Paul fucked his daughter.
Yo, you can't put that on the internet.
Dude, you can't put that on the internet. Cut.
Okay, does,
cut the
does anybody
cameras.
have a zinger for this episode?
A what?
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, it's
Okay,
a new
no.
fireplace.
it's a new
Fire,
fire.
fire in
Fire.
a new place. That's a brew frame hellion right there. little bit of
Okay,
blue
how
frame
about
in
Paul, I feel like you're the zinger.
I
the
don't have a
king
zinger.
here.
Normally,
Cody's league game?
If I could show you for just a brief second what my planning phase for these episodes used to be,
I don't have that. I don't have that.
Please.
it used to be insane. I still have all my notes from all the old episodes,
It's a bad time to go to the washroom.
way down here.
Well, I mean, no, because we haven't started.
I
filming
started
yet, so.
by needing to go to the washroom.
Okay, I don't need to go now.
Oh my God, just go.
No, it's good.
Oh my god, just go.
Yeah, we're still in the pre-show.
Oh my god, there's so much.
Like, look at all this shit. Look
Yeah.
at my fucking plans.
Yeah, dude, your plan's good.
My plans are fucking huge. Look at this list. Look at this list. Look at this list.
Wait, did you have Portal 2 on there?
Shh. That was Cody's rapid fire test from a dark age.
Ooh. Let's go
What's
back
up?
to
Have you
that.
still
Do
not
the-
played Portal 2?
Do it again. I don't know.
I have
I
I
think I
have
played it with
Cody's
you guys a
rapid
little
fire
bit.
list, and I think I have Taylor's list in here somewhere too.
Yeah.
Yo, I was hoping to talk about a little bit about the Spider-Man game.
We could.
Of course you were.
Is it in the cast?
Why? I don't have the fucking note.
Put it in the cast.
I'm gonna put it in the cast. I'm gonna easily and
Put it
just
in the cast.
slimly slide it into the cast.
You're gonna what? Slide it into the
Shut
cast?
up,
What was that?
Allison. Nothing.
What was that word?
Oh wait, I have a list of backup zingers and challenges written down.
Okay.
Holy
Ooh.
shit!
I-
Based
go.
Paul, based Paul from
What's
the
that?
past.
Do you have any good ones?
Hold on, let me just
I don't think any of them were good ones.
here take a look.
Cody,
I think that was the point.
I had a list of backups though, of like I'll be sitting there working and be like, oh my god, that's a zinger, and then I write it down, because I won't remember it.
I mean that's a good idea. You should do that in the thing too.
Put it in the cast.
I have it's in the cast.
It's in the
right
cast.
fucking
That's
there.
what
Put
he's
it-
showing.
That's
No,
it's not in the cast.
put it in our Evernote or whatever, or share
No,
that.
but see,
Evernote
I don't
with
want to
us.
share it with you
Because you
I
want it to
thought
be.
I thought of it. I thought of it.
Okay.
It's
So it wouldn't be as good if I just came up with a list of 1,000
It's-
zingers and just gave them to everyone.
Well,
my
that
money.
or like because it's
my
because
money
it's like
and
a
I want it
surprise. So like
now.
if you say it, then like you'll get a genuine reaction out of us,
Yeah, that's true.
like a genuine laugh. If you didn't share it with us,
Oh.
but you're sharing it with Taylor, which is super fair and not.
Yeah, you could look at them if you
I
want.
got one.
You just said you don't want to share it.
You could look. No, look.
No,
No.
because
No,
now you said you
'cause
don't
then
want to
the-
share it. So
Okay.
Genuality.
Alright.
Genuinity.
can you,
Yeah,
okay, why
exactly
do
of
we
that
have a
would you-
non-English speaker on the cast?
I try.
I don't know
He's
if you,
just here
I
to
don't know
ba-
if you want to
he's
use
just
these.
here to
Some of them have
balance
been
you
done
out.
already.
I've got one.
Okay, the three of
got
us
one?
are
No,
are
you're
old
being a
hat
little
at
pugnacious
this.
right now.
Some
How
of
about
these have
that?
been used and I haven't checked
That
them
was a
all.
well-placed pugnacious word.
But if
Can
it
you-
seems
can
new,
you
then that's
define
No,
pugnacious?
it's not from yours.
Problem
I got
starter.
One.
good. Okay,
I
good.
got one in my
Oh,
Allison,
okay.
you're
skull
pugnacious.
brain.
Like I'll be your rebound.
Okay.
I'll rebound you. I'll give you the alley oop.
Okay, are we starting the cast now? Has everyone peed?
Does everybody
We
know what
can.
we want to talk about though?
Yes.
Is everybody pre-peed?
Everyone
Stefan,
peed?
you haven't even looked at the fucking notes.
I
You don't even know what we're
I
talking
don't know
about.
what you guys are talking about.
I live my life by the seat of my
It's
pants.
almost
What?
like instead
I'm
of
gonna
having
do the
this
cast the same
fireplace
way.
on the TV, we should have the notes on the TV.
He's right. He's
or,
right.
or somewhere where we can all visually see
You
it.
know what?
He's
That's
right.
not a bad idea.
Holy shit.
Okay, then just put it
don't-
up there.
Is it
I
a
don't know
smart
how.
TV?
Uh-oh.
It is a smart TV.
No, it's a dumb TV.
Is there
Smarter
any
than
way
you
you
are.
can get
It's
a
smarter
web
than you.
browser
I
on
mean,
your
I have a
TV?
dumb TV in my house.
Me
I
too.
don't have a smart TV.
Get Google Cast, man.
I could take. I got my lappy. I could
What?
take my lappy
Get a
up to
Google
it.
Cast.
No,
Why?
because my TV
go right to
functions
Netflix.
perfectly fine without any of that.
But then you can,
no,
if you
I don't
want
think Netflix
Netflix,
is
you
any
can just
good.
like.
You know
pop
what
it up
else
on your
I can
phone.
do? Just turn my PlayStation on and put Netflix on.
That's a copyrighted word. We can't say that.
Somebody get rid of
Shut
PlayStation and
fuck
Netflix
up.
quick. Edit it out.
I don't
And
know.
Cody, because he's trash.
So here, take a quick look at this. This is our
I'm
list.
I'm the
Okay, we'll
face.
figure it out for next time. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you very
great.
much.
Release dates.
Shit.
Somebody who isn't Stefan have the topic list out. Basically, what I'm saying is Stefan will never start a topic.
Bro, I
Someone
have
else has to,
I
and then he
have
has
the
to slide
whole
in.
I mean,
thing
I can
memorized.
start
So
a
let's just
topic.
go.
That's what
It's
I'm
just
saying.
that like I won't necessarily be able to add tons to them because I'm kind of dumb when it comes to that. But
Don't
We're gonna talk
shortchange
about your
yourself.
cholesterol?
but like I could bring it.
I guess
could,
we're gonna talk about it.
I could
Okay.
like introduce the
Oh,
topic.
right, because of your fucking weird supper.
Dude,
That
okay,
was a
well, put
weird
it in the
supper.
cast. Don't talk about it now.
Okay,
Okay,
well, why don't
are
we
we
start
ready?
the cast then?
Hello,
I had
Yes.
4 lunches out of that, by
People?
the way.
Jesus Christ.
everybody. Be
That's
I
quiet.
thinking-
assume
that's
4
thinking
lunches
ahead.
in one day.
We've had one, yes. What about second lunch?
Fucking body, dude. God damn, your cholesterol's high. I
Oh
can,
my
s-
god.
Enough to feed me for a whole goddamn week.
I can
fucking
see it from
dying.
here.
Jesus.
Your
But no.
cholesterol.
Paul-
Cellulite Sally.
Paul, if you want, I can just be like, okay,
Don't make it awkward though. You have to slide in.
Yeah, she's
Like,
thinking about it. She's thinking.
what are
You're being
what are everyone's thoughts on
Yeah, try
Coronavirus?
that again.
Paul's cholesterol?
We know Paul's cholesterol is way too high.
Okay, save it
You
for the
don't have-
cast.
You don't have shit on
Okay, start the
He's
cast.
start- he's
I'm
starting to get a
getting
little
you.
soft.
I'm
Alright,
getting you a
Pudge.
jump
I'm
rope.
Pudge is
You're
fine.
gonna jump rope for the
Okay,
rest of your life.
shut
That's
the hell up. I'm starting
worst
the cast.
Exercise.
No,
Pick
it's
up
the
we
the
gonna
best.
best.
start it?
Oh man, it's the
Yes,
best exercise.
anorexia.
Go ahead.
Start.
Shut up. Please.
We need a new intro though. We can't.
Please.
Use,
No,
use
we
the 10
can.
PM thing.
No, we're gonna use it.
Okay.
All right.
This is 10. This is 10 8 p.m. plus these two.
Kill this man. Kill him. Please.
How are we gonna introduce the others?
Good lord.
Like you know, I'm good at talking. That's all I do.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want you guys to introduce me. Say something nice.
Please. Shut up.
Okay.
But we still have we have time to discuss and figure it out.
We don't need to though.
We need.
I mean, I
That's-
think Taylor wants to just roll. We're just gonna.
That's where the fun comes from.
Can you please say the zinger?
I will.
He's got to
If you give me like just a second of airtime.
No, we've already discussed.
just like a second of
Just want to
airtime.
breathe like a
We've
little
already discussed dead air is not good.
Holy
Yeah, but
fuck.
dead air can always be cut out.
Yeah.
No,
Which is what I do.
I don't want dead air in my life.
Hello.
Oh my God.
So as soon as I stop
the
talking
editor.
at the end of this sentence,
I'm
as
about-
soon as I stop
I'm
talking,
about
let
to
me
fill
finish.
you with
As
dead
soon
air.
as I stop talking, Taylor's gonna drop the zinger. Go.
Is that what dead air is?
I don't know.
Shut up!
That's not what dead air is.
God damn it.
Put it in the cast.
Okay,
Alright, let's
stop, please. We just need like a second of silence and then I can start it.
No.
Leave! You can leave!
I was about to do the Halo soundtrack.
God
Okay,
damn it.
no, go ahead.
Drop the Halo soundtrack.
Shut up. Please.
Sorry.
And thank you. All right.
Love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 10 8 p.m. presents Friday Night Fights. All right, let me redo that.
That's
I forgot how the
Take it
how
on
the
the
thing
cast.
goes.
that's what you
Well,
wanted
I
to
might
say.
be able to bring up. Hold on, I might be able to bring up. I think I have it written down.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think I have it written
Okay,
down.
no, I got it. I remembered.
You got it?
I remembered. All right.
Can you not?
I'm gonna try and bring it up anyway.
What, you don't like him manspreading at you?
He was putting his foot on my foot. It's very uncomfortable.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 10 p.m. Gaming
The
Talk
gaming talk show that always,
Yeah,
and then you say something, and then you say the zinger, Paul.
Show. Okay, I
Whoa,
got
Let's,
it.
let's
Alright. We
tag
went
team
through-
it.
we
I'll
went
say that
through-
part. You drop the zinger.
No, we used to. One guy would open and he'd also say the zinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Okay, go ahead.
Welcome to 10 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 10 p.m., the gaming talk show that bought 30 bottles of Delphine's bathwater. I'm your host, Taylor.
And I'm Paul.
I'm Stefan.
And I'm Cody.
We have a very special program for you tonight. 10 p.m. presents Friday Night Fights. This is a kind of a return to glory of our
Return to glory.
A
We were never
return.
at glory,
a
dog.
return to glory.
Can you call it
The
glory?
Revengeance.
It's Rising Revengeance 10 p.m. coming at you, season fucking 6.
The casual season.
Yeah.
season
After
of-
skipping 2 through 5
The season of fighting casuals.
We had one episode of season 2 that never got aired.
that never aired
Dude.
because
my
the
fault.
editor didn't edit.
That was my fault.
But now we're coming back at you guys with another season and a couple fresh faces behind the mics. We got Stefan, who is a one-episode returning member,
Yo.
and Allison, who is fresh blood.
Because she never got invited before.
Ooh.
Shade.
And we'll never get invited back.
Cody.
Well,
give us a reason to regret that.
would you have made the trip out to Wembley
No.
every other Sunday or whatever?
No.
No.
Oh, that
See.
makes sense.
That's fair enough.
See?
Well, now you're like literally 2 minutes from my house. So.
Yep. Yep.
Literally?
Literally.
Literally.
So, why don't we go around the couch here and just everybody tell the fam a little bit about themselves?
What? Is this like going to be like when you're starting a new class and they're just like, all right, everyone say your name and something interesting about yourself. that
Okay,
you didn't
Allison,
know."
why don't you start?
Yeah, say your name and something interesting about yourself.
My name's Allison and I hate everybody here.
Wow.
Whoa, you're going to fit right in.
I'm Stefan, and I love murder.
Okay.
Good,
Wow.
good
but
job.
not really. though.
Mm,
That's the-
it's on the internet now,
Oh, it's
so
on- you know what? Put it in the cast.
My name is
No.
Paul, and I'm an entitled video gamer.
yeah. You
Yo.
are.
Thanks, dickheads.
I-
Say something.
I'm Taylor, and I'm a thirsty gamer boy.
Ooh. The thirst.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to be here.
Come on.
I don't even want to be here.
Is your mic even on?
Probably
I
not.
hope so.
I hope not.
I hope your
I'm gonna
mic's
say
off.
a lot of funny things, so just be with me.
All right.
Okay.
So, like, what do you do though? Do you like gaming?
Yeah, what do you
No,
even
I
do?
I am the abacus master from 1998.
Oh, shit.
Oh fuck.
I've heard legends.
Catch me on ladder. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. You and me.
Literally, all that is ladder.
One me on abacus. After this,
Just before we started casting, Cody openly challenged us all to play Warcraft 3 Reforged.
yeah, I
let's-
did, and
let's-
I'll stand behind that.
And he said he enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. I
even
do
though
enjoy
everyone else apparently thinks it's garbage.
Let's start there and talk about that.
Can we throw back to an old episode
yeah.
do it.
when Cody 2v1'd us as a challenge in an old 10 p.m. episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was that StarCraft?
That was StarCraft 2.
2.
Didn't we do
I
Warcraft?
won. No, we
No,
didn't do
It
Warcraft.
was StarCraft 2.
Jeez.
2v1.
I remember
I
hearing
won.
about it and it was StarCraft.
This one, I will 4v1 you lot and still win.
Listen, you can take me out one with a Zergling and you'll win.
That's not in
That's
this game.
not from Warcraft.
Not at all.
That's
Well,
Starcraft.
I thought you were talking about Starcraft.
No. We're
Nope.
talking
Nope.
Warcraft.
We're in Warcraft time now.
Oh, sorry.
Either way,
Don't even know.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure Cody won on a fucking cheap technicality or some shit.
I seen him type in Operation Seawall once.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
It does
It
though.
only works when it's single player.
I-
We know that.
Well,
Power overwhelming.
yeah. Fuck you. Anyway, so I read a news story that said any custom map that you make in Warcraft 3 Reforged is owned by Blizzard.
What?
Oh.
What?
So like it's not your property.
Not cool.
So they have the full capabilities of using it as like an expansion, just as a map. Or
Well,
look,
just
look
like-
at what happened to
Yeah.
Dota.
Yeah, I was about to say,
You know,
what
yeah,
happens if
that's
someone makes a custom map that goes on to, I don't know, spawn an entire new genre of game and separate and then make millions?
Hey, Warcraft 3 was legendary for that though,
Dude, yeah.
because it actually created the MOBA genre was created in Warcraft 3,
Yeah.
and also it really started the whole MMO genre as well.
Did it? Oh, yeah.
like MMORPG.
Yeah.
They started that in Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
I think as
it
long
credit.
as long as they give the recognition to the person who actually created the map,
I doubt they would though.
And yeah, and I doubt they would because it's Blizzard.
They don't have to. You sign the term,
Yeah.
the terms and all
But
that.
still, like the person took his time and his effort to making these maps. and
It's
they still-
pretty greasy regardless.
yeah,
I-
absolutely.
I think that's kind of another thing that's just gonna piss people off about Blizzard because people are already boycotting it.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's
yeah,
got
Blizzard's
a mobile
in some
phone,
hot
right?
water.
Yeah.
What?
Diablo 3 going on mobile.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Or was that Diablo
Diablo
2?
Diablo Mobile.
Diablo mobile.
I don't.
Yeah.
Is that actually happening? I don't
Everybody's
know if
got a
that's happening.
phone, right?
Oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
isn't
man.
that game going free to play, or is that
No, yeah, it was a free to play game. Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
okay? I
Everybody
want to
thought it
talk
was a new
about that.
Blizzard release, but it
want-
wasn't. Or a new Diablo release.
I want to talk about that.
All right.
Free to play versus pay up front for the full game.
Mm-hmm.
If I told you,
Wait, are we done talking about?
Yeah,
We're transitioning.
or Paul
you
would like to
fucked
move
up
on.
my smooth transition.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I just want everyone to know both of these topics are mine. Okay, continue.
holy shit.
Oh my god.
But I'm segueing into it. At any rate, if I told you that I could give you Diablo 2 on your phone for free, or I told you I'm going to give you Diablo 2 on your phone, but you have to pay me $7.99, and I told you nothing else, which one would you pick?
For free.
I mean, I would
The
pick
reason.
for free
The reason. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go
Let's
ahead.
hear your comment.
just because I don't pay money for like apps on my phone because they're so I don't know, like transient almost. Like I'll
Okay.
play them for like 2 weeks and then just never think about them again. So I refuse to spend money on a
So,
mobile game.
so you've elected to pick the free game.
Yeah,
So you're
My-
gonna watch an ad every 2 minutes.
I wouldn't want to pay
and I will
for
hate it. But
Yes.
For the reason is, one, how old is this game?
It's Diablo 2. It's like 20 years old.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a 20-year-old game.
Widely loved.
Absolutely, wildly loved.
that's really common. Like Final Fantasy's coming back out and they're like,
Yeah, but they're remastering those.
But-
they haven't remastered Diablo 2
But
whatsoever.
I've bought all of the Final Fantasies on every console that I've owned, and they
Okay.
haven't been remastered.
yeah, but you're a fan.
Okay, but bring it back. What if I told you that I could sell you Final Fantasy 7 on your phone for free, or I have another version that's $13.99?
Okay, well, because I'm a fangirl, I'll buy it.
Okay.
Like,
Back to the Diablo thing now. You've elected to pick the free version.
Yeah.
Now there's build timers. Now there's ad breaks.
I hate
Here's
build
the-
timers.
here's
And
the
there's,
thing.
and there's an energy meter.
Energy
There's-
meter.
Ah.
Here's
And there's
listen,
premium
listen,
currency.
Let me get
That's
it in.
right.
Here's the thing that matters. The difference between a mobile phone-based game and a free-to-play console game. Like here's the difference, right? They're doing it all wrong, and I hate it on phones. The free-to-play model because of everything you just said.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay for a game and just have a game to play and not watch an ad every 30 seconds that I can't
Exactly.
skip, or else I lose some benefit.
Or like the
Okay,
energy
but
or
then
whatever.
you're also saying like, okay, for the free version on a console, look at Warframe. It's a free-to-play game, but the grind it's basically Destiny, but the grind is way more intense.
Destiny's free to play now too.
Oh, well then.
True, but it wasn't like Warframe.
It wasn't
was free.
before.
It was free to play since the beginning.
When it comes to the console-based, especially PC, but any console-based free-to-play game, the upside to the free-to-play model is that they're going to continually produce new content for that game to continually create revenue, right? Because you're playing the game for free, so they're going to put out new skins or new maps,
Like
or
Fortnite.
anything.
I'm
Fortnite,
gonna be real with
Apex,
you.
anything
I am
real.
a slut for new
Exactly.
skins.
There you go.
Wow. Then I'm
Like,
surprised
real
that's
bad.
Slut.
Say.
Real bad.
What am I trying to say? I'm pointing at you. League of Legends.
Uh-huh.
If they said, here's League of Legends, it's $69.99, and here's the 100 champions you get, that'd be it. They'd take everyone's money, they'd play the game until it died, and that'd be the end of it. But they say, here's League of Legends, you can continue to play as long as you want,
that's
and
PUBG.
every 6 months or year or every 2 weeks, seemingly lately with League of Legends, we're going to put out a new champion, and they're just going to keep going.
It keeps the intrigue going. It keeps
But
people wanting to play.
It's free to play, but there's also weekly changes for characters, so people can try different characters.
Well, yeah, I know it's free to.
Yeah,
they
but
have
then they wanna
They
buy 'em.
have to do that.
The point is that they'll want to. Buy them
Exactly. It's
afterwards.
it's to give the person the
incentive.
the incentive of buying the character or buying the skin. I absolutely agree.
On the flip side, where's this League of Legends coming out every 2 weeks with a character thing?
They're
You
just
know
doing
they've
it
slowed
now.
like
I don't-
way down. It's like
Like they've actually
they've
created.
announced
characters in 2 weeks?
they've announced like 3 new characters this year. 2 new characters are coming out this year,
The fuck?
Yep.
right? Like very few.
I don't know. They were going ham for a while.
Like in season 2,
I don't know.
What?
in season 3,
What season
Last-
are we on?
10.
10.
10.
Last season, they actually put out quite a few, I would say.
Well, yeah. Last season was crazy. They had Senna, and then right into Aphelios, and then right into Set, and I think there's another one
Okay,
coming
that was
out.
this year though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Was
saying.
that the
It's
release
been
of KDA
busy.
as well?
That's a different thing.
Well, I mean, like that was the same release as the skins for KDA was 2019.
We're talking about like flat
Oh
out
yeah,
characters.
they did the
Yeah, I
they did the
know.
true damage
but
skin
still,
set.
like KDA was probably their biggest.
That's a whole different can of worms
Yeah,
altogether.
they'll probably give them.
Anyways, the flip side and the opposite of the free to play model, let's get back here, is when you're paying up front for a game, especially an online game, it just doesn't seem to work anymore. Because if the company sells it, it goes big, it explodes, everybody buys it, and then that's it.
They make no more money.
That's
off
the
it.
end of their revenue gain.
Yeah, so they got to put.
And then there's no point in them continuing. It's like, hey, that's done.
Well,
now we're going to make a new
DLCs.
game.
They got to put
They have
DLC
to
or
put DLCs up.
microtransactions or something in there,
Yeah.
right?
Which alludes back to the free to play model, which is all that it is continued DLC and new content.
Talking about mobile games though, could they release Skyrim on mobile now?
What?
I'm afraid that's impossible, son. Give it maybe 15 years when we have
I don't
the tech.
even.
The
I don't
tech,
even
right?
want that in 15 years.
Listen, they're gonna be releasing. I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna remaster it again for like the PlayStation 5.
Okay, but the last remaster wasn't even really a remaster.
I think if you
It was
put
a legendary
if you put
edition.
Skyrim on a mobile device, it's a demaster because
Yeah.
it's gonna have to be
They did that with
downscaled
the
way
Switch.
down. But like
Really, it's a full
more-
game on the Switch.
Yeah, but
more
man, like
demaster.
your draw range is like, you basically you have to be like right in front of the thing to actually.
But
learn
yeah, so then why would you even want to play it on a phone?
I was saying
with
it-
touch
I was
controls.
saying it as a joke because they're releasing it on every single console alive, and it's since 11/11/11.
I mean, people will buy it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, how many times have you bought
I
Skyrim?
don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
I've probably bought it on every single console.
Yeah, so you're gonna buy it on the phone.
If it was
No,
on
it'll
the
be
phone,
a
I
free.
would
It'll
buy
be
it
a
on
free
the
to play
phone.
model, and you'll get to run around for 10 minutes and then have to wait for your energy to
Until my
recharge.
energy, or have to pay money to actually charge it up again.
Yep.
But oh,
What?
I was gonna say so. Movie world, like, are we allowed to go into movies and stuff?
Yeah, man, you could talk about like whatever you want, man.
Talk about your
We
feelings.
we got to see a good movie last week / this week.
What?
The new Bad
mean,
Boys movie.
It was
this
pretty
week or
all
last week?
right.
Was it bad?
No,
It wasn't.
Boys.
it wasn't that bad. It was Bad Boys.
Is it Power Glove bad or bad or Michael Jackson bad? Which bad are you talking
All of those are actually really good. So I
about?
don't
Except
know
bad is just bad.
what bad is bad.
Yeah.
Can we?
Super
Can
bad.
you
wasn't
just tell
better-
me, was it a good movie?
Okay, it wasn't better.
I love, I love Martin Lawrence and I love Will Smith. So
Martin Lawrence phoned it in,
Oh yeah, but the guy is fat now.
but he's fat and old, so
Yeah,
it's
Gotta give it to
fine.
So-
Will
He
Smith
showed
was not
up.
it's
bad.
not as good as the first and second one. Absolutely not.
Isn't that normal? That's like quite
yes.
normal for movies.
But it was definitely good. It was a definitely good Bad Boys movie. I'll give it that. But yeah, Martin Lawrence definitely phoned it in.
It was not bad. I don't know. It was cool. I don't really remember any of the scenes. Like there wasn't anything exciting that happened.
Yo,
Whoa,
did they
don't
drive
touch
a
my leg.
Hummer down the side of a mountain through like
No.
a shanty
negative.
town?
Negative.
No, they also didn't infiltrate a KKK camp and then expose themselves and gun them all down.
Oh, what?
That
that
didn't
happened in
happen.
Bad Boys too. That's
I
how
know.
it started.
I know. So was my thing.
But like
That-
talking about not
They
remembering.
also had Reggie in. Sorry, I didn't cut you off. My bad. They had Reggie in the second one,
Okay,
and he came out.
cool, man.
Okay.
Returning characters.
But like talking about how like you can't remember a scene for it. That's like the Avatar effect. Like, can anyone actually remember what Avatar, a single scene from Avatar?
Yes.
Avatar.
Not the last Airbender, like the
Oh.
James.
The
Cameron.
actual James
The
Cameron,
James Cameron
yes.
one?
The scene when
Yeah.
they're sitting down at the hollow table and he's explaining the tree has a bunch of resources under it, and he says, "Look at all that cheddar." I remember that
You remember
scene.
that simply for that catchphrase.
remember-
I remember that scene.
I remember when one of the parts where the tree, like their mother tree, whatever they live in, is getting burnt down. Jake Sully, which is the main character's name, runs off, and they had one of those big flying Aerodactyl-looking things, and that's what they used to ride on. But then there was an even bigger one, and if you were able to connect to them, you were basically the king. He landed on it, and he dominated it. So
Okay.
yeah, I do remember.
I'm just saying that like that's basically like the Avatar effect. Like
Okay.
nobody really remembers much about Avatar.
Is that an established like term?
Is that a thing, like the
didn't know
Mandela
that.
effect? Like that's a thing?
Like
Ooh.
different from the Mandela effect, but yeah.
Yeah.
Look
like-
at
I
all that cheddar.
I like
All
Mandela
that
effects.
cheddar.
I don't know if that's exactly what he says, but
I think-
it's pretty damn close.
I think that's pretty crazy. Like the Berenstain Bears, right?
Ugh,
We're gonna
don't
have
talk about that.
right?
That
We're gonna
triggers
have-
me real
what-
bad.
we're gonna have Mandela Mondays. I want
Okay, what was
everybody
that
back.
all about?
I want everybody back here on Monday, and we're
We'll
having
be back
another
some
cast.
Mandela.
Mandela
All right.
Mondays.
Mandela Mondays.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
10 8 p.m.
what
presents
was going on
Mandela
with-
Mondays.
What was going on with Bears?
The Berenstain Bears.
The Baron. Everybody grew up
It's
calling them the Berenstain Bears.
But if you
But
actually like read it and like look at the letters, it's Berenstain.
That's dumb.
Bear
Stein
stains.
Bears.
It like
lost.
listen, it blew my childhood completely apart.
Well, that was like the movie with Shaq. Was it Shaq? Everybody thought it was Shaq. Played this this genie or something like that. Fuck, what's that movie?
What the
called?
hell?
What are you talking about?
I think
Shaq.
that might have been just a dream you had.
No, it's
A
it's
fever
legit.
dream.
Everybody thought that
Was it Aladdin with Will Smith?
it was basically that, but no, it was an old movie that everybody thought that Shaq played in, but it wasn't Shaq. It was some other character.
Was it Shaq Fu? Because he was
Not a
in that
movie.
one.
It wasn't
Not a
Shaq
movie.
Fu.
That's a game.
No, it was like I want to say Shazam, but it's not Shazam.
Nope.
Shazam.
You're completely insane. We're
Anyway.
shelving
Okay,
this.
sounds good.
You're completely
Um,
insane.
But even like TV show news, like I'm actually trying to rewatch The Witcher.
Who
Yep.
isn't?
Bruh, I've
Because-
watched The Witcher 3 times, front to back.
It's
back to
good.
front. Yeah, man.
Henry Cavill?
Cavill,
Yeah, Henry Cavill did a freaking amazing job.
I dig it.
I
I'm
mean,
sitting
I
on
think
the
that that's
sidelines
fine.
for this one. I got no data.
I think that
you
that's.
not watch
Are
it?
you not
I
gonna
have
watch
not.
it?
I haven't
haven't
watched it. I haven't
watched
played the game.
I haven't watched
I haven't
it
done
either.
anything.
I don't think you
Um,
have to watch the game,
but I
or
think-
play the game, but you can watch it.
I think that it's like good that someone who's actually like an intense fan of the original content was the one who
Yeah.
was acting in it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you put so much into it. Whereas like if you had someone who like just didn't care,
Yeah.
they're not going to put as much into it. Like so, I think that that's why it's like so successful. Is
Did
that
you guys-
Henry Cavill actually is obsessed.
Sorry. Did you guys see that interview with Henry Cavill where he almost didn't get the part to play Superman because he was in the middle of a World of Warcraft raid and he didn't answer his phone?
No, but
I think
that's even
that
better.
just makes me love
I
that
believe
guy.
that.
Because
Yeah.
he did an amazing
Yeah.
job on Man of Steel. He was the best character of even like Superman versus Batman versus Superman, Justice League.
He's a very Superman looking dude.
He's a super, and he didn't even have to like wear padding or anything. He's already bulky as it is to play the character. The guy just looks like Superman.
It's the chin.
It's
the
the
chin.
chin.
Yeah.
It's straight up the chin.
You are correct.
He's got a nice chin.
That guy can literally cut granite with that chin.
Yeah.
I love it.
So the next thing on my topic list says Paul's cholesterol.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Paul,
I'm gonna
why
need
don't
you
you
to
tell?
fucking
Yeah.
explain.
Why don't
real
you tell
quick.
the people about that supper that you made for yourself the other day?
It's a family tradition. I've been eating it since I was a
doesn't-
little tiny boy.
That does
Okay.
not make it healthy.
That's
Yeah.
why we're
Anyway.
worried about your cholesterol.
Explain
Yeah.
how
You've been
I'm not
ingesting
dead
that
yet.
for your entire life.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
every
thought you were
day.
talking about like the boxed hamburger helper, which like is a poor man's food but like quality.
No,
So like
I don't think
that's
I've
what
ever
I
had
thought.
that.
It's quite good. I had it for supper today.
Yeah.
Pretty good and super cheap. But like that's what
Tight.
I was thinking you were meaning. And then you sent me a picture of ground beef, a big ass thing of cheese
Cheese
whiz
whiz
and
and
macaroni.
macaroni
and
noodles.
macaroni.
So I didn't eat the entire tub of cheese whiz.
Well, I didn't expect you to, but
still.
Jesus.
Just FYI, not the
Was
whole
there
thing.
like anything else
Your-
in it, or just those three
Your
ingredients?
blood is turning to plastic.
just those three things.
If you cut him, it's like leaking out cheese whiz.
So like you put the extra lean ground beef.
Yep.
Extra lean.
'Cause
Yeah,
we're
save
high
the
rollers.
You
cholesterol.
say it's extra
Save
lean,
the
but I don't
cholesterol.
believe
High
that you went
rollers.
and bought extra lean.
I did. What?
Lean at best, I would say.
It was the top shelf. It was extra lean. It was as lean. I asked, could I get the leanest lean? And they said,
You
Here.
didn't.
I'll lean you, bro.
I guarantee you didn't go up and say, "Can I get the leanest beef you have here,
well,
please?"
no, but it was on the shelf and it was labeled that.
Can I
So I
get
have to trust that that's what it is, dude.
It's like it's like when he's going to his meat dealer and he's like, "Yo, hook me up with the leanest lean.
He's like, bro, I got some extra lean right here.
He hands it to you in a baggie.
Got this shit that's fucking
How lean
lean.
is that?
You take it,
Like
boom,
$1.
coronavirus.
This shit's lean as fuck, bro."
So then you toss it in the pan
You
or
want it
the,
from an
the
undercover
pot,
cop?
and you like you like
Cook it.
cook it so
Yeah.
it's not
You
red
brown it
anymore.
and
You
stuff,
brown it,
yeah.
whatever, yeah.
The technical term.
And then you do the macaroni
So
from there.
you just add a shitload of cheese.
Well, okay,
Whiz.
no, then you
Cheese
like
whiz- let's
you
not
boil
call
your
cheese
macaroni.
Yeah,
whiz
yeah,
cheese.
cheese whiz.
You boil your macaroni, right? So
Right.
it thickens up and gets soft,
right.
and then you toss in like a couple scoops of cheese whiz and stir the shit out of it.
Why?
Like half the tub of cheese whiz.
Not half the tub of
I bet
cheese
you-
whiz,
Why
like
I bet you it was
maybe
half the tub.
At least
maybe
the
2
third.
or 3 scoops.
Nah, man. I
Have
think
you ever
use at least
thought
a
Like
of
how
just
big
using
are
a
your
different, better
Like
quality
a tablespoon.
cheese?
Yeah, why don't you just use regular cheese?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Shredded
Yeah,
cheese?
dude.
yeah.
Like
Like,
grab.
You
buy,
can
I don't
go
know, like
buy the
Tex-Mex or
pre-shredded like
something.
I-
Tex-Mex fucking
I mean,
cheese
I'm
bag.
just saying,
Or
Paul,
just-
you have enough money for the actual cheese.
I don't know, man. It was just good, man.
Paul has nothing to say
This
for the
is
first
like-
time
You
in history.
fucking
Listen
broke
to
him.
This is how Mama used to make it, and it tastes damn good. And then Polly made it, and it tasted pretty good.
That's how my daddy did it. That's how America does it.
And it's worked
It's
out
worked
pretty
out
well so
pretty-
far.
Dude, cheese whiz is just fucking nasty,
Delicious.
though.
Wait, stop.
So
The only
gross.
time
It
I'll
is
eat cheese
very bad.
whiz is
Never.
On
Nothing.
No.
Toast.
Not even on
grilled
like a.
cheese sandwiches.
What
Bro,
the
you
fuck?
use real cheese
I'll use
on
a
grilled
I'll use
cheese.
a craft single on
Yeah,
that.
use a
Ooh,
craft
no, no, no,
craft
no, no, no.
single. What
That's
the
worse
fuck?
than cheese
Listen.
whiz.
Listen. Kraft single slices is better than cheese whiz
It's
for grilled
not.
cheese.
It's perfect.
It's-
Both
It's
of you
perfect on
shut
grilled
your
But-
trap.
That
Cut
can't
up
even
some
count as
real
Cut up some
cheese.
marble
Just get
cheese.
some real
I would love to, but I am
Marble cheese,
poor.
bro.
Marble cheese isn't expensive.
Somebody remind me to buy Allison some fucking cheese.
It just tastes good, man. I don't know.
That's gross, Paul.
You just grab marble
Okay,
cheese.
next time-
So anyway, I had made enough hamburger helper that I had like a meal, and then I made 4 more meals, and then I took them to work the next couple days.
Sure.
So like
So your blood is weird hamburger helper.
So you're
now.
curdled now.
I'm totally fine. I'm 100% okay.
Like the cheese whiz has coated his inside, so he's
Yeah.
probably gonna last longer than we will because it just won't rot.
That's you know.
I don't know what the problem here is. Like,
He's actually mummified
they look.
himself
They
without
look at his
knowing it.
as like his entire intestine. He's like, man, it's like a nubile baby in here. It's like it's reverse staging.
Gross.
I don't understand. It doesn't even click in my brain like what I'm doing wrong.
It's
Clearly,
just,
I'm doing something
Cheese
extremely
whiz
wrong.
is
no, it's just
disgusting.
looking at that picture that you sent of just the 3 ingredients. I was like, there's no way this is appetizing or good for you
Did
or
you-
anything. Like,
did you have-
this just has to be terrible in all ways.
Did you have vegetables with this meal?
Of course he didn't.
What the fuck? Yes, I did.
Cook up
Did
some.
you?
cook
I
up
had
some
peas and carrots.
Really?
Yes, peas
wouldn't.
and carrots. They
Were-
weren't in like they weren't mixed in. They
Okay.
were separate.
Yeah.
Did you?
But-
But
But I
did you?
wouldn't.
Did you like melt up some cheese whiz and put it in
Oh,
there?
he
or what?
definitely
No.
puts some cheese whiz
That
on
was
there.
that was the fucking dressing on top of the
Yeah,
veggies
man,
was
he puts
melted
some cheese
cheese
whiz.
whiz.
I'm actually like pretty vanilla when it comes to veggies. Like I'll just have corn or I'll just have peas.
Do you at least put like a little bit of butter and
No,
salt?
I don't.
No,
What
no,
the
no, 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 no,
fuck?
no. You
I
don't
don't
add
even-
you don't add butter
Raw
and salt
AF.
to nothing.
I don't even eat
bad for you.
vegetables.
Don't do it.
so
I'm saving your life right now.
Well, let's talk about
And it
that.
tastes like
Let's
shit.
talk about how else it doesn't like vegetables.
I don't like vegetables.
What?
I like carrot.
Is there any? That's
How
a
are you
vegetable.
that size and don't like vegetables?
Carrot is a vegetable.
Carrot, yeah.
It's called a thyroid problem.
Oh, here we go. I have a thyroid problem.
But no, actually, I just don't like vegetables. Like I used to get forced to eat them when I was a kid. Obviously.
And now that you're an adult, now
And
you
now
have to
that I'm
force
adult,
yourself to eat them.
No, I eat a lot of carrots though. Like I do really like carrots, but not really anything else. I guess like celery sometimes, but I don't like peas and I don't like.
You
any
put
of
cheese
that.
whiz on that celery?
Well, I don't think
No, I don't put
anybody.
cheese whiz on the celery.
I don't think anybody really likes vegetables. Like I'm not gonna go home.
I like
and-
vegetables.
Well, I'm not gonna go home and be like, "What am I having for supper tonight?" Just corn, and then I just cook corn.
What?
No,
Corn
I
on
just
the
mean,
cob?
like,
It's kind of
I never like out of all
It's
of the
kinda
meals
different.
that I've made for
It's
myself.
but it's
I
kind of
just
different.
don't.
How is it
ever-
kind of different?
I'm not sure, but something about it is different.
It's the exact same thing. It's the raw form. It's not taken off the
No,
cob.
I'm with Paul on that one. There's something very
That's like
different
saying
about corn
like
on the cob.
I'll have peas or I'll have like peas in the pod kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Which are
"Ooh,
actually not
baby, I
bad. So
want
like,
that
see,
shit."
I'm not terrible. I just don't.
Ooh, I want that.
I don't actively make myself vegetables. If there's vegetables around, I'll probably eat them. But like, I don't
So-
buy them for myself, and like, I just won't.
So you
God,
won't-
you were fucked when you moved
So
out.
when you make a like
when I
legit,
did move out, I never ate. My mom like now
never ate.
because
you never ate.
No, I
legit.
ate, but like not vegetables.
Thyroid
and like
problem,
now,
I won't eat.
and like now we just don't really eat vegetables because I'm not a child, and my mom was like, "Well, you can die then."
So you're not gonna make
Damn.
you're not gonna make yourself a
It's a
piece of
rough house.
protein like chicken, beef,
No, I
or
don't.
fish.
No, I don't.
You don't
No,
cook
I don't.
yourself that?
I don't sit there and be like, okay, so like a little bit of protein and like a little bit of vegetables. Like,
You
no,
should.
I just.
You
That
should
is
do that.
very
That's
good.
really
It's-
important.
It's important.
I know it's important, but
My
I'm
wife
gonna,
does it for me.
I'm
I don't
gonna
have to worry about
die
it.
at 30 anyway. So like,
You know that's coming up
We
pretty
only have to
fast.
suffer her
Yeah,
for
it's
like
not
one
far
That's
away.
year.
2 years.
I'm aware, dude. I'm aware.
Later, man.
But like, I don't know. I just don't. I
Okay,
never
can we talk?
honestly think
Can
of
we
making
not talk about Paul's cholesterol and talk about Allison's problem of not wanting to eat
Like
and thinking she'll die at 30?
I probably have
mean,
a
I
small
wanna
cholesterol
eat,
problem, but I'm going
just
to work on
not,
it.
just not good for me things. I'm not a healthy person.
Like you craft dinner, like your craft dinner.
Hell yeah, craft
Craft
dinner.
dinner.
Craft
and
dinner
wieners?
with cheese
Little
whiz
tiny
on it.
I
wieners.
don't put wieners in it.
Oh, craft dinner with hot dogs in it. It's
I've
the
never
best
had
stuff.
that.
Let's go.
What?
That's a treat.
You've never had
That's-
that? My mom used
no.
to make it for me all the time.
That's
I
a
just don't do
We
goddamn
it.
never had
treat.
craft dinner when I was
loved
a
it.
kid.
You're going to love this story.
What kind of bougie ass family did you live in that you didn't
Listen,
have craft dinner?
My parents, instead of buying that, they would go to IGA and pick up like hot dogs, and we'd have hot dogs. That was our craft dinner.
What?
But it wasn't
craft
like,
dinner's $1 a box, dude.
dude,
It's way
wieners
cheaper
aren't
than hot
expensive.
dogs.
What? No, they're not. They're not.
Yeah, they
They're-
are.
They like
Cheap
Katie goes
hot
on
dogs,
sale
right?
for like 60 cents sometimes.
Yeah. If you get like the grouping of
Well,
like
there was
30
there was
craft
that,
dinners.
Yeah.
and there was also like Ichiban noodles.
And I love
hate
Ichiban.
noodles.
Oh
I
man,
love
I
Ichiban.
love Ichiban noodles.
No.
You don't
Oh,
like
you want to
Ichiban?
talk
I
about
do.
my
I
cholesterol?
might
Let's
do.
talk about
I
your
love it,
fucking
bro.
sodium
Yeah.
intake.
Oh,
Literally.
yeah, but absolutely. But then you got cholesterol.
The
fucking
noodles are
McGee
made
over
out
here.
of sodium.
I hate cheese whiz, but that's basically cheese whiz. that
Y'all.
you're
Actually,
inside
when
of
we
it.
were younger, we didn't have craft dinner a whole lot. We had homemade macaroni and wieners.
Okay.
And guess what? And
With
guess
cheese
what?
whiz.
It was made
With
with fucking
cheese.
cheese
Oh
whiz.
my!
My mom made that like as we got older and once we like weren't poor, but
It was so good. Dear sweet Lord.
What are
Yeah.
you doing?
it is pretty good.
I'm on Facebook. I'm just waiting until we're done talking about cheese whiz.
I mean, we can stop talking about food. At
Okay, we're gonna
any time.
transition. We're gonna transition.
Okay, you know
'cause I'm
what?
getting
Fine.
roasted.
I'm going to transition. I want to transition into a game I've been playing, and I beat the main storyline of this game.
All right, tell us about it.
I was playing the new Spider-Man game, which came out a couple years ago anyway, so it's not that new.
But you just got a
But
PlayStation.
I just got a PlayStation a few weeks ago, so I started playing. I beat the new Spider-Man game, and it's so good.
Okay.
Anything
It
else
is
to add?
so good. Well, it's made by Insomniac, so obviously it's got replayability. So it's an amazing game.
Okay. Does the name Insomniac just like?
They
It,
make-
re- it reverberates far and wide across the video gaming
Well,
sphere.
yeah, but
Yeah.
like, is that what it's known for? Is replayability?
They're pretty good at making games that you can keep playing.
They made Ratchet and Clank games, Jack and Daxter,
Yes.
Spyro.
I knew they
Spyro.
made Spyro.
And do you play the shit out of Spyro?
Yeah, but I'm a
Booyah.
weird person. Like, just because I do something doesn't mean.
Hey, there's
Are you just like a one and done kind of
For
gamer?
some games, yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally, The Witcher 3, I played for like 3 hours, and then was like, well,
I never got into that game.
this has been a slice, and then I went back to like Final Fantasy 7 or something. Speaking of, what's everyone's favorite game? Let's go around the room.
Now, am I allowed to change from last time?
What was your last time, Paul? You remember?
Oh, you don't remember?
Well, then I guess you
You
can change.
motherfucker.
I don't.
Fucking drop
Was
it.
it was it
like
Serious
Skies
Sam?
of Acadia or something?
Oh my god!
Maple Story.
Maple Story.
I'd like to update it. It's Maple Story Plus now. No, my old favorite game used to be Star Fox 64.
I remember
Oh,
that.
that's right.
Finest crafted single player experience you can have on any console.
Okay, so-
GoldenEye.
So what are you changing it to?
No, GoldenEye is impossible to play now. Seriously, hook up the N64 and try and play it
I
nowadays.
don't want to because it's so bad.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
so Paul, what are you changing it to then?
I don't think I want to change it.
But you just asked
You
if you're
said if
allowed
you're
to
allowed
change
to.
it.
Just for transparency reasons.
Okay.
Just don't want someone to be like, "Hey, you said this before," and now.
I mean,
but I'm
I
like,
feel
really,
like that's not
I
gonna be a
am
problem.
really teetering
Okay.
on changing it to Sea of Thieves.
Really?
Wow.
I'm extremely close to changing it.
Really?
That
I don't like
good.
that answer
Your
one
favorite
bit.
I would
game
like
of
to.
all
yeah.
time.
I respect that. It's a
I'm
good
thinking
game.
of
It's not a
like it.
favorite game of all time game.
Oh, man,
well,
it's pretty up there.
the experiences that I've had and the stories that I've made and the things I've learned, the world I've explored, the whole experience of the game is so freaking well done.
That's true.
It's something that I'll carry with me forever. I'll always be comparing other cooperative multiplayer games to that game. Forever.
I don't know, man. I don't think
I
that's-
respect that.
I don't think that's on the game.
What?
I think that's on
It's-
you and how intensely you take it and how the people that you're with collaborate. I don't think that that's necessarily.
But
like,
that's an experience I've had with
favorite
that.
Game.
But
Yeah,
that's the
it's
whole
your
point of
favorite
a favorite game.
experiences.
But that's the whole point about a game. It's the warm and fuzzy feeling that it gives you whenever you play it.
I wouldn't have that if we took all of the same people and all of the same drive to play and we transitioned to a different game, League of Legends, I wouldn't have nearly the same stories. Every story in League of Legends starts out with bottom lane fed and we gave up at 15 minutes. Right? Right?
Listen here.
Right?
No.
Listen here.
Yes.
If the bottom lane on the other team is fed, it's your two fault. I just want you to know that.
Or another League of Legends story that you'll hear in every single story is top lane didn't or jungler didn't come gank at all, so I went 0-4 against Nasus, and now he's too fed and I can't stop him.
Okay, so
Right?
we all know how Paul feels about League of Legends.
Yep.
But I'm just saying,
And Cody's
I'm-
gameplay.
I'm just saying multiplayer cooperative
Man, I'm the top
stories and experiences.
League of Legends player. in
Right.
A.
Okay. So that's your
I snuck
very
that in
high
there.
second.
Yeah, I really just preached it a whole bunch, but I'm not putting it at number one.
Okay. Who's next, Taylor?
My favorite game
He wasn't ready. He didn't
of all
prepare.
time is
I mean, do you want us to come back to you?
no, it's the first Ratchet and Clank. I will play that game over and over
Till the day you die.
till the day I die and be happy every time.
Damn.
All right.
What's your favorite Ratchet and Clank weapon? And why is it the disco ball?
It's not.
Why is it
What the
disco
fuck? No. Disco ball?
Yeah. Where it makes everyone dance and then they explode. Isn't that a Ratchet and Clank weapon?
Maybe from the ones I haven't played.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be real with you. I've never actually played a Ratchet and Clank game. I've only seen them being played.
Okay. My favorite weapon? Probably the Devastator, the Invisibomb.
Devastator was a fine weapon in Duke Nukem 3D.
I mean, I've never played Ratchet and Clank, but those sound like incredible weapons.
yeah, yeah.
Or the Tesla Claw. That thing was sweet. Or the Walloper.
Okay, that's
So
enough.
like 90% of the weapons.
They're all pretty good.
Cody,
They were all pretty good.
what's
Yes,
your
sir.
favorite video game?
My favorite video game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Players Unknown Battleground.
Yeah, PUBG or bust. No.
Fortnite.
No, also not Fortnite. I don't know, man. There's a lot, and I think what makes a game great is the memories. And
Amen.
for that, I'm probably gonna have to go with good old fashioned World of Warcraft.
It's actually a
Hate me
smart
for it.
pick.
It is. I played it, since I was young, and I had a lot of fun.
That's actually a huge pick.
Allison, we all know your favorite game, but
Tell us why
our
Spyro
fans
was your
want to.
favorite
It's
game.
not
Tell-
Spyro.
tell
it's
the fans.
Final
It's Final
Fantasy
Fantasy VII.
VII.
Balls.
Crisis Core.
No.
Dino Crisis.
Oh, stop! Fuck, you're gonna make me feel.
Contra.
God. Fucking
Um,
That's another episode.
I guess
Putting that in the end slate.
because of I guess experiences, that kind of thing. Even though I was shitting on you just now, but I used to play that game with my mom. We bought it when I was 5 and played it, even though we never got out of Midgar until I was probably 17. And now they're remastering it, and I'm really excited because I get to play
Took
it
you
with my mom
12
again.
years to get past the first level?
Yeah, because we just kept so we would play it for a while and never get past it because my mom's super bad at video games, and I was 5, so I'm not problem solving. And but then we would stop and give up for a bit, and then we'd come back to it, but we'd start over because we didn't really know where we were. And Final Fantasy games don't give it to you. If you don't remember where you were, you're kind of just
Fubard.
yeah. So yeah, but that's that. Go watch the new trailer. Looks dope.
It's got female Cloud in it.
Yeah, it does.
FemCloud?
Yeah.
FemCloud made that game.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay,
Come on.
I'm gonna put that on my wish list to watch.
Because of FemCloud?
No,
I've got the weirdest boner right now. What's your favorite video game, Stefan? Tell the people. Tell
my
us.
favorite video game was actually made from a town really close from here, a city, Edmonton. And my favorite video game was called Dragon Age Origins.
Doesn't
It was created by BioWare, which is in Edmonton.
What?
BioWare? So Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect was created in Edmonton.
I
Did not know that.
don't believe you.
Yeah,
I mean, Google
BioWare
it.
is a BioWare. Their head office and everything was created in Edmonton.
Doesn't
You're gonna
seem
Google it right now, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I didn't know that Mass Effect was made this close."
At any rate, tell us about the game and why.
I
I don't give a shit about the developer. Well, I do, but it's not important to
That's
why
fair.
you love it.
I really liked it because it was a game that I first.
Yeah, no, it checks out. BioWare is a Canadian video game developer based in Edmonton, Alberta. It was founded in 1995 by newly graduated medical doctors, weird, Ray Muzica,
Okay, it's
okay,
fine.
cool.
and,
Yeah, you should
and a
probably just
bunch
stop.
of other guys that I can't say. There you go. He's right.
Outstanding.
So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I guess you didn't know that Mass Effect was made this close from home.
I didn't.
I mean,
But-
where we live right now isn't necessarily the pinnacle of things being made.
That's right.
Video
but
games
That's
and
why I
stuff,
thought
so-
it
Like
was very neat.
memories. Let's
But
go.
my reason why I like Dragon Age Origins was it was basically the pinnacle of when I started playing video games when I had an Xbox 360, and that was one of the first games I got. And I played it, and I played it over and over again. I got all the secrets. I 100% the game, and it gave me at the end when you put the controller down, you have the feeling that you're satisfied with that game. That you played it till your heart's content and it was just nothing was wrong with it. That's what that game gave to me. and then they came out with Dragon Age 2, and I just no. They
Just
ruined
no?
it. And they ruined that one.
Ah.
It was very bad. Don't ever play that game.
Okay.
But Dragon Age 1, the gameplay itself wasn't the greatest.
How does it hold up today?
The story is so good. The story is a very well made story.
How does the gameplay hold up today?
It didn't hold up well back then, so it still doesn't hold up that well now.
Outstanding.
But it's kind of like a turn-based, but not. So, like, if you're a
So which
caster,
Dragon Age are you talking about?
Dragon Age Origins, the first one.
Oh, I played that game.
What's that?
So I played that game.
Yeah.
It wasn't really turn-based.
No, but I mean, like, if you were a caster, you want to use an AoE spell, you hit your button, and everything stops, and then you get to place it wherever you want. So
I don't
everything was
remember.
still, like, not turn-based. It's hard to explain. It was almost like Final Fantasy 12, I'm guessing. That was the one with lightning?
13.
13, sorry. Where it was like hit, but then you can use a move. You know?
No.
No.
Also,
I
no.
don't know.
Okay.
You sound completely insane.
That's you know what, that's fair.
Okay.
But that's what my favorite video game is.
Nice. That's good, man.
Cool,
That's good.
We all like something. At least we can all agree to that.
What a blanket fucking
And not-
statement.
And only one of us liked a Blizzard game.
We're not all good. How does that commercial go? Not everybody's good at everything, but everybody's good at something. You all remember that?
Wise words.
My thing's sound effects. Here's a
Since-
T-Rex.
Since we're talking about favorite video games, I want to ask you all what your least favorite video game trope is.
I have something ready for this.
Perfect.
I don't.
Because
And it's-
I feel like there's got to be like one thing you just hate.
Define the
trope of-
word trope.
And it's not necessarily something that I hate,
You just don't like having it in a game.
but I don't like having it because it feels weird.
Okay.
Side quests.
Really?
Really.
I
knew this was
love
gonna be
side
I knew this was gonna be controversial when I decided it earlier today.
Mhm. You just
Like-
don't think it fits?
It doesn't fit.
Okay.
For example, I just recently beat Death Stranding
Right.
on PS4. I had a really good time with it. I really enjoyed it. But they ask you to do something super critical, like deliver a miniature nuclear antimatter bomb.
Right.
But I can fuck off for 10 hours and deliver packages to people that aren't at all. I'm bringing pizzas to people. I'm bringing underwear to people, but I have an antimatter bomb on my back.
Right.
Having a
I
guy
feel like
get
if-
this guy's Kodak.
I feel like if they're gonna like introduce something like that in a game where like it's a very critical thing, I think that you shouldn't like they should almost find a way to like
To
streamline
to
that.
railroad you.
Put
Yeah,
a
so that you
timer on the
can't.
top of the screen.
Yeah, put a
Yeah.
timer.
And there
Like,
was a
give it
timer. Like when I accepted the quest, I did have to do it in a time limit. But the fact is that I could just walk away from the quest and do any number of other things.
Yeah.
When there was a very like urgent, like there was there was like a story purpose behind it.
Right.
I had delivered a bomb to stop something from happening.
Yeah, I feel like once that quest became available to you, you should almost not be able to not take it. Like
Yeah.
like you say, they should railroad you on like the
Yeah.
critically important time ones. But like other than that, side quests kind of make sense because like if you're like Fallout New Vegas, for example, like every person you ran into would have something they needed you to do, and it was always something stupid. But like if you're living in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, you're gonna want some kind of help with some things.
It just feels weird. It detaches a sense of urgency from the world, or like that you're talking with real people,
Yeah,
which was not. We're talking to NPCs in video games, but
yeah.
it's still it's like a weird video gamey.
It's your immersion. It takes away from the
My immersion is shattered,
Right.
and my day is ruined.
That's a good one. Cody, trope, like a very cliche thing. Like
Like the example she put in the note.
yeah, so like
What was the example?
Oh
It
my God,
was-
he didn't even read the notes.
the example was the trope that actually is in my all-time favorite game. Sad emo boy saves the world. Like it's a lame trope. Like they could I love the game, love the story behind it. There's a lot of extra stuff that people don't realize if they haven't actually played the game. But sad emo boy saves the world is kind of a lame trope and really overused.
It is really lame.
Or like like introverted person needs to learn how to accept their friends.
Good lord.
Like that, like
Is that in a video game?
Final
or is
Fantasy
that just your
VIII.
life?
yeah,
Has that in
Oh.
spades.
yeah, like you just it can get to be a bit dull. Anyone else have any least favorite tropes?
He hasn't even given a trope.
Leveling systems in first-person shooters.
Ooh, that's a spicy take. I like that take. That's smart as fuck. You're smart as fuck.
Thanks, man.
Define that, please.
Like
Borderlands 2.
in no,
3,
no,
1.
no, in like Call of Duty or Battlefield, where you have to level up to unlock guns and stuff. Like, fuck that.
Like any
I don't
normal
know, it
person
gives you-
could just
Gives you
pick up
something
any
to
gun
do.
and learn how to
Gives
use
you
it.
some progression in an otherwise progressionless multiplayer, do the same thing every single time kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, something to work for. Life's about goals.
I would take that trope and twist it and put it on like every looter shooter like Borderlands or Destiny or anything like this. Where you pick up guns with bigger numbers to fight bigger guys with bigger numbers to get bigger guns with bigger numbers to
Yes.
continue the cycle forever.
Okay, but that's also just how that genre is, though.
So you're basically talking about.
it.
So you hate level scaling.
So you,
I hate just like
Level
that
scaling to a
recycled
point.
stuff. I
Like
don't know.
there's other things where leveling up makes sense. So like say you're a caster in a game or whatever.
Like League of Legends.
Obviously you're going to get better as you do the
Yeah,
thing.
that makes
Whereas
sense.
like not being able to use a sniper because you're level 2 is
Yeah.
kind of
Or like I
like,
have a
okay.
sniper rifle that's level 2 and I'm fighting a level 40 guy and my bullets are just like not killing him like at all even close.
yeah. Like there's sometimes when leveling makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
I can understand like the physical strength of a character or their magical ability or
But
their
the gun
dexterity or
itself.
whatever.
yeah, but a gun or a
Yeah.
sword is a fucking gun.
It's
Or
like a
sword.
finite thing.
Like maybe if it had a different magical ability, then it would work. But if it's just a sword's a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking at you, Sea of Thieves. You're perfect. Don't change.
Yes.
I hate everything about that game. I don't
How?
even want to
What?
talk about it.
Why
Talk
do
to
you
me.
hate
Talk
that
about
game?
it. Talk
I
about
don't
it.
wanna
Okay,
talk
we'll
about
talk about it next. I want to hear Stefan's and your.
You know what?
trope.
It's. I'm not too sure about it. Just 'cause I don't really know too much about what a trope is.
I think it's been thoroughly explained, so this is totally on your dumb brain.
Yeah.
Your smooth
Okay,
brain.
what if I
Smooth.
explain trope to you through
But
anime?
Isn't it?
He would get it.
Hey.
Because animes
fucking tropes?
have a lot of stupid tropes.
Yeah, I know. Like, One Punch Man literally makes fun of it.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Okay, he kills everything
so
in one
you
punch.
do know what a trope is.
I somewhat do. So it's basically something that would affect the character or yourself while playing.
What? No, it's just
right?
like
that
no.
you might dislike.
It's
no?
you know what a cliche is?
It's like just a cliche, like, sundere.
Sooner.
Yeah, you nailed it.
That is like having one of those characters, a trope. Because like a lot of them have it, not really for any reason, or like for a reason, for
Or
the
like
story or whatever.
The main character has a harem
Yeah.
and he gets to like choose from one of the girls. That's
Oh,
a trope.
another trope. The main character always has insane hair.
That's a trope. That's a big
That's-
anime trope.
That's Final Fantasy trope.
Those are Final Fantasy trope, anime trope, everything trope. You can always tell the main character.
So like a through line or like some kind of archetype or something like that is
Yeah.
what a trope is.
Yeah.
I think something that's, I guess, a good trope for what I don't think is kind of dumb, and they did it even in Monster Hunter. One of them is you're playing the game, and there's a progression where you'll be leveling up and you're trying to make yourself better, but there's always that one guy, that one NPC that will show up and be so freaking powerful, like Final Fantasy X, where there's Auron. Is that or?
I didn't play very far.
No. Okay, well there's that. There's Maester Seymour. But all them, like, it's a character that shows up and will just dominate and kill shit. It's basically, this is what you can become.
Oh, yeah,
So-
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, so you hate difficulty spikes.
No,
No, it's like
I
so
don't like.
But
Paul,
yeah,
you
I
played
see.
Final Fantasy VII, right?
A little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, there's like this part in it where you're Cloud and you're like going to like you're on a thing with Sephiroth,
Okay.
and he like one shots everything that you come across, and you die. Like you take a hit and die,
Oh, this
and
is
then it's kind of
okay.
just like, oh my god, he's so powerful.
like
Yeah.
like okay. Oh, there's
I
a
get it
there's
now.
a
But,
term
like-
for that, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so like in Monster Hunter, when you're on top of Zoro Magnaros, and there's that Elder Dragon, and this is,
Nergigante?
yeah,
yeah,
Nergigante.
you got it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you're fighting him, and you're just like not doing any damage, and then this big fucking knight dude comes down and just like starts slashing the shit out of Nergigante.
Yeah.
Right.
That character, I
Be careful with
don't
your
like-
pronunciation of that word.
Nergigante.
Nergigante.
Yeah.
Whatever.
we know
man.
what we're after here.
That's
I'm not,
fair.
I'm not trying to be racist about this. I'm
So
just
that's
trying
a-
to say a dragon's name
That's
that's
a tr-
complicated.
think
That's a
that's kinda
trope that you
fair.
hate.
I don't like that.
Mega Man X
I
did
already
that
know.
too.
Yeah, and I already know my
Stefan likes
character.
to be the star of the show.
no,
It's more just like kind of it rubs it in your face.
You
I
That's just
can't-
weird.
You already know that you're so you're not strong enough to fight him, but they're gonna bring a guy in that's like, I'm better than you.
Because
They do it in
And also,
in
why
almost
hasn't
every
he
video
helped
game.
you up until this point?
Exactly. Like,
'Cause it's
why
like-
are you getting me to do it when you can get this motherfucker to do it?
it's like an educational tool though, right? Like a conditioning tool. They're trying to let you see how awesome you will become.
Yeah,
I get it.
I think it's just that Stefan just like, I know I'm gonna be that good.
Yeah.
Eventually, just
Yeah.
There,
let
there's
it
that.
out.
There's that, or another trope I dislike is, like, you can clearly see who the bad guy is. Okay, I'm gonna give you a very good example.
Yeah.
Death Stranding. The guy has this black skull for a face. I haven't beaten the game. I know that guy's a bad guy.
Spoiler alert.
Wait,
should
that
keep-
guy's a bad
You
guy.
should keep playing the game because your trope is horribly misguided.
Is it
Okay,
really?
what about-
So he's a good guy.
I'm not
no.
saying anything
That-
else.
But that is a totally viable trope because think of Final Fantasy 15. Arden. Is that his name? The guy with the big coat, and he comes up and he like flips a coin at you the first time he meets you. You're like instantly,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, that guy's gonna try and kill me,
Yeah.
Probably.
and he kills your wife.
Wow. Holy smokes.
Sorry,
Spoiler.
Spoiler.
But yeah, like
It's fine.
It's-
Whatever.
I think we all know.
it's
I think
that
Toss
kind
the
of
coin at
first
you.
little bit.
It's that kind of thing that
I played like 2 or 3 hours of the coin, man. I tapped out.
Hey, toss me a coin.
Oh, Valley
He's not
of
a Witcher.
plenty.
He's
Oh,
not
Valley of
Witcher.
Plenty.
he's not worthy.
All right, what's your
But I get your trope, Stefan.
what's
I
your
get that.
trope,
Thank you.
Cody?
Oh, my trope?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? You can correct me, and you're going to tell me this ain't a trope, and you're also going to tell me I'm just hating. Ready for it?
Okay.
We're ready.
The entire Sea of Thieves. Let me finish.
Here we
This is
go.
not a trope.
Gameplay. Listen
This
here.
is not a trope.
Listen
That's not
here.
a trope. You're
Okay.
allowed-
There's
all right.
nothing-
Hit me.
There's nothing that I like about that game.
Okay.
Listen, don't even interrupt. I seen that. You log in, you play a game, you get now. Listen, I played a lot of World of Warcraft, so I understand quests repeat themselves, and it's like, oh, I gotta go get this for that guy, and I get that.
Fetch quests.
Listen,
Holy
you
smokes.
log into this game,
This is
Yes.
tense.
you get one of 3 fucking quests. You're gonna go do either fill up this crate with a chicken, go kill that skeleton guy, or
Treasure.
go dig up a treasure. That's the 3 things. Okay, fine. That's fine. It's fine. The game's new. Maybe they'll put some better things in it.
doesn't
That's fine.
sound
Listen,
fine.
you do that. You come back. Great. Thanks. Here's some gold. All right? Great. I like to get paid. Let's go. Gatorade. Now we go.
So
What do I
confused.
do?
Where's
What do
No,
I
I'm
do with
yours.
my gold?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Oh, I'm going to buy a new skin for my sword. I'm going to buy a
Yeah.
new skin for my fucking clothes that I'm already wearing that have no mechanical benefit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go buy a new color of sails for my ship. Great. Now I have a cool looking sword, red sails, a really sweet looking steering wheel on my ship. I'm going to go do the same 3 quests again.
I'm
Okay.
not
There's
going to lie.
absolutely let me finish. There's absolutely zero increase. There's no levels. There's no abilities that go up. Just because the level beside them, the
Yeah,
merchant goes
he
up,
doesn't
doesn't
want to
mean
hear
anything.
that at all right now. Just let him go.
There's
Just let him run.
nothing, and it's an absolute waste of time.
I'm gonna be honest,
okay.
Cody. I'm partially
Hold
on
on.
your side on this.
That's
one.
he's absolutely right.
Drop it on me.
He's absolutely right. 100%. Everything he said is correct.
Apex Legends.
Stop.
That's a different game.
That's a
It's
totally
entirely
different
different model.
He's absolutely correct.
This,
I have
what
been
you're,
playing-
This game is supposed to be some kind of an MMO online
A
play together.
shared world
You
sandbox.
should have some kind of. There should be some kind of arc where you're progressively getting better at something. There's not.
I am somewhat on Cody's side on this one. I've played with you guys a lot and like it's fun and stuff. It's only fun because I play with you because my friends make it fun. I hate the quests because they're boring. And I hate the
are.
fact that you get gold. It's never enough. You get barely paid for the things that you do.
It used to be way worse. I'm just going to go on record and say that.
But
right
you
now.
get barely paid, and then you just can buy like a pretty coat that you can't see on yourself, which I have done. Granted, I'm a slut for skins. Said that before. Will constantly say that. But it can get very dull.
Absolutely right.
Can I say something?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All
Dude,
of you
go.
said. I'm really excited for what Paul's going to say. Only because 10 minutes ago Paul told me this was possibly his favorite game ever. So I'm really
And
I'm ready.
everything you said
I'm
is
ready
totally
to raise
right.
my voice and yell
Everything
at
you said is totally right. Can't
Let-
argue
let-
it at all.
Let's let
Just take
Taylor
the mic
go.
a little bit
Paul,
further away when you start yelling.
I'm going to scream. Paul's my final boss on this argument. let me get through these side quests and this emo chick over here that's going to save the world.
I mean,
The skills you gain in that game are not measured by a bar or
Oh my God.
No, that's
or
fine. Continue.
or
They're not
points.
They're not measured.
I'm gonna
Period.
cry.
They're
Yeah.
not. They're measured in your ability to play the game.
Your personal
No.
improvement.
So you're saying
Your mechanical ability to play the game is how you better yourself.
are you telling me that that's the only game that does that? That's every
No.
video game ever that you've ever played, that you've ever turned on, period. Even something as simple as Final Fantasy where it's turn-based and you have 10 minutes to decide which button you're going to click next.
Yeah.
You are going to get better at anything no matter what it is, whether it's playing a video game, whether it's Sea of Thieves,
But-
whether it's some kind of online shooter, whether it's a battle royale, whether it's a turn-based RPG, whether it's the Abacus Master from 1998. Let's
Okay,
go.
but in other games where you do have a leveling progression system, let's say every level you get plus whatever to your health, to your strength, to your speed.
Mhm.
Okay,
That's rewarding.
that may be so, but it unbalances the game.
The skill that you need to beat a boss is proportionate to your level. In Sea of Thieves, there are no levels. It's only dependent on how good you are. Every player in the world is equal. Every ship in the world is equal and balanced. The only deciding factor is your skill as a player.
is how much time you actually can spend in game,
Yes.
which isn't super fair.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah,
Just because, like, what if someone only gets to play it once every month and then they just get their ship sunk 500 times? I'd get pissed off and delete the game because I'm not good.
That's literally Destiny. Destiny, they
I
put their
didn't
own
play
section for people who are extremely competitive. We tried to go into a competitive Destiny game, you'd get romp and stomped.
Like,
So could
for-
Sea of Thieves not arguably then make it
was
competitive?
when we first started playing, the crew and I, we were very bad. We had a very, very bad ratio of like winning a fight to losing a fight. We identified how we kept losing. People would jump on our ship, they'd cut us up, drop our anchor, shoot us. As soon as we were in close range combat, we were done for. There's no denying that fact.
Oh,
We were
no, absolutely.
absolutely terrible. That was our weakest flaw. As soon as we figured out how to get good at that and we ironed out our wrinkles, tightened up our teamwork, now we have like a 80% win rate, I'd say, at least, which is absurd. There's no kind of benefit. We don't have any levels. We don't have any special sauce. It's just that, like, we just have a fundamental understanding of the game.
and a whole bunch of cool new coats you can wear.
But that-
and
The
not see.
coats is
But-
whatever.
But,
But the
that's the
coats,
same
that's
with
the same
anything.
thing as, like-
I can spend the rest of my life playing League of Legends, and then I can
you
hop
will.
onto. I will. I can hop onto Dota 2, and all it would take is for me to learn the champions and the things. All of my skill that I've developed through League of Legends, it's the exact same. It whoop, pops right over.
But it's not going to
So-
be, because League of Legends skill is character matchups and understanding what to do in each situation.
It's the same thing though. It's just general video game mechanics. If
But-
you're good at online shooters or any shooter, period, you're going to be good at the next one.
That's fair.
Those are whether you're a controller based and you have your muscle memory in your fingers, or it's now you can't hear me. Now it's keyboard and mouse. Those muscle memories and those video game mechanics control or transfer to any other video game you're playing.
I
Sorry,
I just
Paul.
think
I
it-
just sank your galleon.
I think it just depends
don't-
because
slightly disagree.
It's the
Sea of
same.
Thieves-
You're
the
going to
Sea of
swing a sword.
Thieves-
You're going to shoot a gun. Sorry, I'm interrupting. But that's it.
Ignore
You've
him.
played 100 other games where you've
very
swung
feisty.
swords and shot a gun.
I think that that type of like the Sea of Thieves type of game where there isn't any kind of visible progression, like or any kind of visible leveling or anything like that.
Does-
It just doesn't appeal to everybody. Like it has its own kind of demographic of people who, like you, will do the same thing over and over again so that you can perfect it because you play Dark Souls.
okay. Like, hold
you
on.
will kill the same dude over and over again because you keep dying or whatever, but you get better at it. I personally freaking hate that. If
To
I
learn.
can't beat a guy in like 2-3 times, I'm over it.
But
I
like,
don't want to learn like that.
but like, just to learn, like, you can overcome the obstacle.
Yeah, of course you can, but whether I want to or not is
I guess not everyone finds it rewarding to like
exactly.
to overcome something.
Yeah, I don't. I honestly don't. Like playing Dark Souls to me would make me want to commit a murder
Jeez.
because
I
I,
have
would
been
just
there,
get so mad because
But you let it get to you. You don't
Of
use.
course I do.
You don't use it as like a method to learn.
no, but that's just differing people and
Yes, yeah.
differing play styles. So like that's why Sea of Thieves I think has its very like it's people that are like all into it, like obsessed with it, love it. It's like their favorite thing, and it's almost like a love it or hate it type thing. Like there isn't really a whole lot of like casuals.
I feel like the
Can-
game.
Kids,
Also-
I just want to say this and then I'll go quiet again. Can anyone tell me another game that's like Sea of Thieves? Like, is there anything else out there?
I don't think
Is
so.
there any
It's
other
kind
game
of-
that you can pick up and play where you actually progress nil? I think that's the only one.
Like,
There-
like
I'm
no
curious.
like.
Like
rules
leveling?
I'm
or
not.
things like
Yeah,
this?
I'm not hate. You know what I mean? I'm asking.
You're
Have they ever done this before?
I don't
I
know.
don't think so.
But
I can't
I
think
would
of
like
one
to know
offhand.
that there is somewhat of a progression now. Back then when it first came out, which was what, year or two ago, 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah,
So 2 years ago when this game came out,
I think. Oh boy.
there yeah, it was quite a while ago.
regardless.
The game came out. There was you got your ship. There was no tutorial. There was fuck all on how to play the game. There was you get 3 missions, and you're right, which was you either go find an animal, go find a skeleton, or go dig treasure or do a riddle.
You guys haven't made me go do an animal one.
Because we don't do that. Don't speak.
They like doubled the rewards from it. It's way more lucrative.
It
now.
is now.
I'm just saying.
But yeah,
But nowadays, and what did we have? There was such a rare drop that we were playing the game for probably 3-4 months before we even seen a Kraken.
Now I feel like we see them a lot.
We see the Kraken a lot, and not just that, they
Because
don't
they
just
need
have
to
a
throw
Kraken.
something in that game to spice it up.
But they don't
otherwise,
have-
you're gonna fall asleep on the seas.
But that's the thing; they don't have Kraken. They don't just have the Kraken anymore. They have the Kraken. They have a Megalodon. They have
Who's annoying?
that Megalodon's annoying.
Those
But
skeleton
but then
ships.
there's the skeleton ships, and they'll just breach out of the water, just like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's definitely not like it isn't like how I think it was, where like you literally are just alone on the seas.
it's spicy now.
There's some
and
spiciness.
There was
Volcanoes?
also there's volcanoes.
Spicy, very spicy boys.
And there was no store missions whatsoever. But now there's actually a storyline. There's actually quests that you do. That's not just going to dig something up. It's an actual story-based game.
Granted, that the
Tall
the one that we just did,
Yeah.
that one was different, and I quite enjoyed that one. That
So
was
those are the
different
tall
from
tale.
ones-
That's the actual. So they're not all the same. So now that's the first part, which is talking about Briggsy. Eventually, we'll have to fight her skeleton,
right.
and she's really hard to fight. When we first seen that, we were mind blown because
Yeah.
we didn't have that in Sea of Thieves before.
No, and she has
yeah,
mechanics
because
that you have
it's
to learn.
becoming an
mechanics.
actual game.
Yeah,
But that's
I
just
do
it.
like that.
They even said they released this game, and every single time, every expansion has been free.
I would hope so. They released a game with no content. They should give it to you for free.
But that's
here's
just
the rest
every-
of the game that
every-
we forgot to put in the first
But
time.
no. Let me finish. Like there's an expansion, but each expansion is a different storyline. But it's at the end of the day, how many expansions were there?
Is it an expansion or a patch though?
It's an update.
It's an update.
So like every other game.
No, a
that
patch is
updates?
trying to fix something.
They're
An update
adding
is
more
adding.
content. Yeah.
So like, the Megalodon used to never be around,
Right.
but it was a story mission that came out called The Hungering Deep. Hungering Deep.
Yes.
So it was called The Hungering Deep, and you had to be friends with other people. That's really
How did
hard
that
to
go?
do. It wasn't that. It wasn't
Pretty swell, actually, because
Well-
everyone had the same objective
true.
I guess, yeah.
We had to all go to a certain
for the
island,
most part.
He's not even
Play a
not even
song.
listening.
I'm listening. I'm absolutely listening.
playing a song, and then go to the location to play the song with everybody, and then you'll summon the Megalodon.
Was there not just like probably like one ship of dudes who was just like, we're just gonna fucking kill it?
That would have been us.
And that's part of the experience.
That's the thing. That would have been us.
Yeah, but
we didn't.
So you guys are the
these,
dickheads
these
of the
things that
seas.
you're talking about is how the entire game should be. It shouldn't be we're doing the same thing for 6 months, then they're going to send out a free update, and then we're going to do something really cool one time or twice because my one friend didn't do it, so we're going to do it again.
Okay, but now
And
they
then-
also
and
have
then
the
we're
tall
gonna do
tales.
The same thing for 6 months until something new comes out. I'm
These
just telling you, it's a swing and a miss.
These
It's a swing
updates
and a
come
miss.
out like once a month, though.
Yeah,
Like it's like rapid fire.
it's once every month and a half. It's actually every 6 weeks.
It's a gameplay experience that every time I stop playing it, I have a different story.
Yes,
It's like I've never had two
But you
games
can have
that
that.
end.
They have
you can have
grenades
that
now.
in any online multiplayer experience.
Yeah, they have
League of
grenades now that
Legends.
you guys
No
keep
way.
lighting me on fire with.
yeah, it's true. But there's fire bombs
I wish
now
they
that
would
you
take
can
those
light
out.
you can light a ship on fire.
I want those.
It
to
doesn't do
go.
a lot of damage to the ship, but it does a lot of damage to the crew because it's dot damage that does a lot of fucking damage. But either way, the game has developed from what it was to now. But if you would have bought any other game, all of those between there would have been DLC, DLC, and you'd have to pay for every single one of those.
But I think what Cody's getting at is that it would have been more finished when it originally came out.
It was a little bare bones.
Yeah,
They
that's
were,
what it is.
They were
It was
leaning,
pretty bare
leaning really
bones.
heavily on like ship combat and just like player interactions in the world.
And like it's great that they're adding stuff because it is making it a better experience and it's bringing people in.
Can I say the thing I've been holding my tongue for 10
Speak.
minutes?
Is
Please.
it that you want to kill Cody?
Speak your mind.
Lay it on me. Bring it on.
The original concept of the game was that the players made their own stories, that they made their own fun. It's just an open world
So it's like an RP thing.
where, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Paul's
Another-
big into that RP.
I'm
Another
digging that.
another thing that would be comparable to Sea of Thieves is like GTA RP.
That is messed
Oh
up.
no,
man.
take it back.
GTA
I want out.
RP
No.
is based upon a fully functional, rewarding game.
No.
This is
it's not.
This is them saying, "Here you guys go. We made a
You-
10 square mile piece of sea with some islands in it, and here's 3 quests, and get your friends, and let's go." That's it.
Like
That's
if
what they
you-
did.
That's
I just
if
marketed
you
the entire game.
Super summarize the whole. If you want to like super summarize like Final Fantasy VII, it's wait your turn to hit the enemy.
Or if you want to summarize
You know?
every single battle royale you've ever
then that
played,
chick dies.
is
Yes.
Yeah.
you drop, pick up a couple guns, die, do it all over again.
Like
Yeah,
we
but
could-
that's what you're signing up for. I just feel like this thing came out.
This is what
And
you were
there's
signing
nothing
up
there.
for when you were
It
playing
is what
Well,
you
I
were
know.
signing
that's,
up
That's
for.
why I don't play it.
like all these
That's
games
fine.
could be summarized down into their most basic selling feature. Borderlands is pick up guns to kill guys, to pick up stronger guns to kill bigger guys. Like it can all be like boiled down to gameplay loops, right?
Yeah.
This is video games nowadays. It's
But-
a gameplay loop.
But
Yeah.
this particular one doesn't loop.
But
it changes every time.
changes,
Every
man.
time we stop playing, there's a different story we
And
share.
every single story, every time we play, we always
Yeah.
have something different to say.
But
You
that's on-
guys
that's on
talking about it.
us.
there's not
Not on
this
the
is-
game
that's
almost.
That's
I
not
get
from
what
the
Cody's
game
saying.
itself.
I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with both.
No, I
of
get
you.
it. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
I'm agreeing with all of you. This is getting really heated. So let's move on.
I'm gonna start
shall
throwing
we?
fists. I'm gonna start
Let's
drowning
move
someone.
on.
You know what? I
Let's
need a
move
Tim
on,
Tam.
shall we?
That's what I need. Give me a Tim Tam.
Tell us about this crazy game that I just heard about a couple days ago that seems to be like for army vets only.
Escape,
Escape
from
from
Tarkov.
Tarkov.
Oh, you want to talk about a video game?
Oh my god.
Okay.
I remember
All right.
asking.
Let's go.
I remember asking and saying, "What exactly is Escape from Tarkov?" And Paul telling me that there's no way I would be able to handle it.
Your smooth brain cannot comprehend
You
the
couldn't.
shithole that is Tarkov.
I just want to say there's never been a single game put out ever, period, that has as much character control as that one.
This game's out of control.
They've
So,
thought of everything, and
so-
they thought about it twice.
Have
So-
you played Arma 3?
Yeah,
no,
it
it's
was
not even,
fucking
dude.
Trash.
It's not even. This shit's insane. Cody and I are squad mates. We play Tarkov together.
Yep.
And
Is it
despite the
only two
argument we
people
just got
start?
into.
You can groups of 4. You
Is
get
it
up to
4 or
you-
5?
I think it's 4.
But you have to buy the
lot.
game from the website, Stefan, not like on Steam or whatever.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
not
go-
paying money for another fucking battle royale.
It's not a
Hardcore's
battle
only.
royale
That's such a weird distinction. Why do people call it a battle royale? It's really not.
because you load into a place and you kill people.
That's
Is
did
it?
that in Unreal
It's
Tournament.
everything.
I mean,
you
Is
could
it-
say
is it
you
a
could say it's a
spawn
battle
in-
royale. You could say it's a survival game. You
I'd
could say it's
say-
a looter shooter.
I'd say
you
it's-
could say it's a RPG
I think
because
battle
there's
royale is
quests
just
involved.
a buzzword right now.
Well, not even. It's a set. It's a map they give you
Nope,
that you
there's-
spawn.
There's like 7 or 8 or more.
there's quite a
maps.
few.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I think
it's a
he's
map.
saying for battle royale.
Okay, it's a map.
Yeah, but you have to enjoy the battle royale theme, or else you're not going to pick it up. The same reason I picked up
Can I
Sea of
fucking
Thieves. Let me say, the same reason I picked up Sea of Thieves because everyone said, "Hey, we're going to be pirates," and I said, "Fuck yeah, pirates!" Wait a second, this is fucking trash, and I stopped playing it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
Okay,
battle
listen. You
royale.
haven't played it since it's changed.
We do a lot of pirating.
Still trash.
If you want to change, if you want to try it again, pick it up. We'll show you the ropes again.
Dude, I have basic video game skills and knowledge. I could master that game in a night.
Oh boy.
fuck! But
We're gonna
a
make
We
battle
you
have
captain
royale
moved
next
off
time.
of Sea of
Is-
Thieves.
Continue.
is a map. Even if there's 7 or 8 different maps, I'm just saying it could be any fucking board that you'll spawn in. That you'll have a group of people that are gonna have to collect guns or whatever, and then kill each other.
Or
And how
you
many
could
people?
spawn on a pirate ship with the same 3 guns
Cody,
and sword and
we're
play the
done.
same
We're
thing.
not talking about.
We're
Sea
not
of
talking
Thieves,
about
We're
Sea of
doing the
Thieves.
battle
Tarkov
royale.
thing.
I'm
We're
talking
doing the
about you're
Tarkov
hating
thing.
on the same thing that you're.
No,
you're
I'm not.
bragging
We're
up
talking
on
about the
other side.
Tarkov thing now.
So-
So the
Yes, please
objective
talk
is
about
not to
Tarkov.
kill everyone on the map. The objective is to escape from Tarkov. You just want to leave the map before time runs out. You don't have to kill anybody. It's really, when Cody listed off the genres earlier, survival is truly the one that it falls under the most, honestly.
Because you just don't want to die before you get to the
Because
escape.
the objective is to rack up kills, because then people are essentially loot boxes and you could just take everything they own.
Mm-hmm.
And the objective is to escape so that you can add all of your items to your stash in like a Diablo type of sense, where you just hoard up a bunch of items.
But if you die, you lose what you picked up.
You lost what
Yes.
you came in with. Yeah.
It's a very extreme game of risk and reward.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of
Switch-
NPCs you play against, right? Not
Yes, there's
necessarily
NPCs and-
like
and
other
players.
people.
The catch with this is that when you load into the game, you can bring items with you. So you can, from your stash of items you've stockpiled, you can take armor with you, you can take a helmet, you can bring some guns, some extra magazines,
But it's risky.
and it's risky because if you don't escape, if you get killed, shot down, you lose all of those items. So it's a little funky in that regard because players can start with an unfair advantage compared to other players. But it's still like a big map where players walk around and you don't spawn at red base and blue base. You spawn all over the fucking place.
Well, that and you're not given anything. Like there's no HUD, there's no map.
yeah,
there's
half the
no
fun of the game is just like
anything.
the gameplay and controlling your dude. It's so intense. Jesus Lord.
You have to like actually take the magazine out to see if you have bullets still.
It's a very endearing concept, and I made a comparison to a coworker when I was explaining this game earlier, and I said that Escape from Tarkov is like going to the casino and playing high-value slots, or putting $100 down on a blackjack table. Is essentially what it is.
It's a luck game.
It's not a luck game, but it's a gamble. Every time you step into Tarkov, you could either win big, kill a guy, pick up a big honking sniper rifle and half a car's worth of body armor and make it out and save that for the next round, or you could lose and load in with a bunch of stuff and get shot down.
Cody, didn't you lose a sniper not that long ago?
I've lost a lot of things.
Sounds
I'm at a net. Actually, I'm
You're
pretty
net
even.
loss right now?
I'm pretty even right now. I was at a very net loss. Before.
so. Where's the progression? Do you level up?
Yep.
Do you get better skills?
Yep.
Your
Keep going.
character
I'll keep
has
saying yes.
your character
Keep
has
going.
a ton of like passive skills that they increase,
Okay.
but it's not really like
Come at me, bro.
that's
I
not
dare
really
you.
like
What's the
the
gameplay
do.
look like?
It
I'm
looks
not- I'm
like,
not
it
saying
looks
this to-
like a
to-
shooter.
I'm not saying this to
Is it third
jab at
person?
something
Is it
you like,
first
like
person?
you
I'm
do.
I'm teaching you.
It's first person.
Okay, it's first person. Is it like Call of Duty Black Ops 3, or is it like
Bleep
what's that
blobs.
one, something zero,
What?
what?
the robot game that we're playing?
Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, that's Horizon Zero Dawn. No,
Generation Zero.
Oh.
Generation Zero.
Kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
because I really like that.
I think another thing that people really both like and dislike, because I saw like a weird meme about this, is the weird like way you can create guns and like put like
That was a
five
thing
Yeah,
that
you
I
can-
shared.
you
Yeah.
like
can- you can
five
really
scopes on
modify,
a
like,
gun or
anything. Yeah, it's
whatever.
pretty crazy.
No,
Is that what you shared on? Was that
Cody
when I saw
mentioned
it?
it to me, and then I found the article and shared it.
Yeah. Because I
he's got-
saw that
he's
and it
got,
was like
he's
something
got,
about
a
like
scope,
five
like
scopes.
a rifle scope on his gun, and then he has like a red dot on 3 different angles. It's pretty messed up.
That's the eye of Providence.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So, for example, like the guns in this game may as well be the main character, because your PMC, your private military contractor or mercenary or whatever, is a blank slate. He's boring. The guns are the real stars of the show. So, for example, if you wanted to build a specialized shotgun, you can put a drum magazine on the bottom and load it with 20 shells, if you wanted to, if you had the equipment. This game allows you to load in one shell at a time into the magazine and then bring it into the field. So if you wanted to, you could put 20 different types of shotgun shells inside the magazine and bring it with you. This gun is
I don't know if they'll let you do
this
that.
gun is
I don't think-
affectionately known as the box of chocolates.
Can you do that?
You actually can do that.
I missed that.
You
Life
can
is
load
like a
one
box
shotgun
of
shell at a
chocolates.
time, and it'll remember which shell is loaded into the magazine.
Oh, okay. I haven't got that crazy yet.
So every time you pull the trigger, it could be buckshot, it could be birdshot, it could be
Birdshot,
lead, or it could be like steel, it could be a slug, it could be whatever.
Incendiary.
It could be anything. There's so many different things. It is insane. Insane.
I think it's
So-
just a very different game. Like I don't think that I've ever had like a shooter with that much
Technicality.
Weird, yeah, and like
real.
there's no HUD. Like that's almost mind blowing now. Like games always have HUD.
It's tense. Like the first few times we played it, it was so incredibly tense. Every time you walk past a bush, it made like a rustling noise, and you were like, "Oh no!"
Oh.
Like someone definitely heard me.
Yeah, like so when Cody was streaming it so that I could see what it was like, Cody got shot in the stomach.
Oh yeah,
And-
my thorax.
In his thorax. And he was like hiding behind a shelf or something, like wheezing.
Yeah.
Like actually like you could hear him dying.
Super giving away your.
And I was like,
position.
"Oh my god," cuz that's immersion right there. If you got shot in the stomach, you're not quiet.
yeah.
He's
You're
out.
not like
He's leaving, ladies and gentlemen. He's out.
Okay.
dipping.
Okay, bye Cody.
So
But like I really liked that. That felt
Things-
really
things
like he
like
wasn't
that are
even here.
crazy. So
Yeah.
I had an experience a few days ago where I entered into a building, saw a dead body, looted it, picked up his gun. I could hear footsteps on the floor above me, or they were near me. I picked up the gun. It doesn't tell you how many bullets are in it, so you have to take the magazine out and take a look, and it'll tell you. So I duck into a room, pull out the magazine, and it makes this super loud, echoing, clanking metal on metal noise, and all the footprints around me stop. Or all footsteps, sorry, around me stop. And automatically I think to myself, oh no, it's over. This
They
is
know.
it. So I was like, okay, put the magazine back in the gun. I walk out of the room and I get lit up and murked. It's over. I didn't take 2 steps before I was dead. Things like this is just, it's tense. Everyone else is on pins and needles. They're all listening. They're all watching. They're all waiting. And it's not like the maps are loaded with 100 players. There's like, I don't know exactly, but I think 10 other players on the map. And then maybe 5 or 6 like AI controlled enemies that are just kind of like roaming and that you can kill. It's freaking wild, man.
I think it's got more of a focus on like strategic
Oh yeah.
shooting as opposed to like in Call of Duty, like you can kind of
Yeah.
just go.
yeah, it's like, do I engage? Do I run away? Do I wait?
I feel like
There's-
90% of the time it's you run away.
Sort of.
Unless you
Don't-
have like the jump on him. Cody killed 4 dudes that one time I was watching him.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm the best Tarkov player.
It's
yeah,
a
I think
crazy
the next
game.
time you died within 2 seconds is spawning.
Yeah, probably.
I love
I've
playing
done
it. I really love playing it. It's a really great game. I wish more games were designed like this, but it's a weird feeling because, like, with the Sea of Thieves comparison,
Oh god.
but just let me hit you with this.
Do it. Drop it.
If I play Escape from Tarkov, I almost called it Age of Tarkov again. If I played Escape from Tarkov for an entire year, and you took a snapshot of me right now versus me after a year of playtime, I don't think anything would be any different. I think I would still be using the same shitty guns. I think I would still be scrounging for supplies. I'd probably have some more money in the bank, but for the most part, the gameplay would not have changed.
Yeah, but you're progressing still. Your skills are increasing.
Mm-hmm.
Your knowledge, like you'll be going on bigger raids, right? You're not going to be doing Baby Town custom maps like the whole time, right?
Guess, yeah.
Plus, it's also in beta. Don't forget.
That is true. That's
the game's not
absolutely
even
true.
actually released yet.
Yeah. But I just think that, like, if you had side-by-side gameplay comparison, I don't think anything would really be any different. I think I would be the same. I'd still be using the same shitty Mosin with iron sights, walking around with a bare rig and a sling. And, like, useless items in my inventory. I think it would still be about the same. Just maybe on a different map once you get more comfortable.
Whereas with Sea of Thieves, now you're a lot better at piloting the ship and dealing with.
We'll see if Thieves
With
still.
enemies
If
and
you
stuff.
looked at a snapshot of me a year ago playing and gameplay of it right now, it wouldn't be a whole hell of a lot different. I'd be talking about different things with my crew, telling them to move the sails, or we have downtime. You can go fishing now, or whatever happens. But for the most part, the gameplay is still the same. It remains unchanged, which is not bad.
Well, gameplay on a game is not going to change.
Well, it
Like,
can change.
You're not going to be running around a first person shooter, and then all of a sudden you're commanding an army in an RTS.
Well, no, that's radically
That's
different.
gameplay, though. That's going to stay the same.
But if you looked at
Tarkov is always going to be a first person, survival shooter.
if you look at like Final Fantasy VII or any Final Fantasy for that matter, the enemies you fight at the beginning of the game are much less complex than the ones you fight at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Typically, they'll have mechanics where they reflect spells, or I don't know, maybe they have a one-hit kill move that you have to prep for, or whatever, any number of mechanics. So the gameplay at the end of that game is much more complicated because it assumes that you've learned throughout the progression of the game, and now you're in Big Boy Town. You can handle more complicated tasks.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be said about Sea of Thieves or Age of Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov.
No, but they're different. It's a different game, right?
Yeah, that's
just
just what I'm saying.
It's always going to be that way. I don't know what to tell you. You can drop in whether you're level 1 or level 40 or 50 or whatever the level cap is, and get killed in one shot.
Yeah, so it's based off your experience as a player, how much you've learned and grown as a player,
But sometimes a gamble.
but sometimes also a gamble.
Right. Speaking of,
You see how I just tied those two worlds together? Like
gonna-
we're one big happy family?
nice job. I'm gonna segue again.
Well played,
Thank you.
sir. I
Please.
still hate one of them though.
Because you just brought up Final Fantasy VII,
Uh-oh.
and that game, if everyone knows, has been delayed by a month.
Mm-hmm.
A month's delay is Baby Town.
I'm not
You wanna
surprised
talk
so many
about
games are
game
getting
delays?
delayed right now for some apparent reason.
What are your thoughts on game delays though? Because so Final Fantasy VII, for example, I've been waiting for forever, and I'm fine with a month delay. I would much rather a better game be given to me when I receive it, apart from like a broken mess.
I'm not sure the quality of where they're at right now, but if they had to delay the game, I wish they would delay it more than a month. Because if it's a
Because you think a
complication,
month isn't really enough to
well,
deal with
if
anything.
it's a complication to like warrant them delaying the game,
Mm-hmm.
like if it's worth delaying, it should be worth over delaying
Right.
to push a metaphor.
I think they
or
just don't
whatever.
want to piss anybody off.
I personally
think they're
think they
just
should have
worried.
just overshot mostly. Like, I know everything works on a certain deadline, but at the end of the day, if you want to make a game perfect, you're going to take your time building it. Of course, you don't want it. Like I said, they're on a time frame, but you're already pushing it back a month. Why not say, okay, well, instead of being released, let's say January, we're going to wait till June.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
And say, you know what, that's our release date. If it happens to come out early, like let's say, look at what
Five Nights at Freddy's
did
that all the time.
They did it all the time. They were like, hey, by the way, we're releasing a new game. Oh, really? When? Tonight.
I think
And you're like, what the fuck?
I think that with that though,
Apex
you would
did that
run
too.
run the risk
dropped it.
of like
You shortchange your hype. Like, people aren't excited. It gives them time to build excitement, and then when all of a sudden comes out, it's like, whoa.
yeah. That and like if you say you have this game, especially things like Final Fantasy VII, which we got told was coming out. Like we got told they were building it like 4 years ago.
4 or 5 for sure.
Something like that.
And then we just got no more information for like years. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, it's dropping in March.
Here's a
And
trailer.
then- yeah. And then they're like, okay, no, we got to delay it for a month until April, which is fine. I think they just don't want to push it too far and upset people because I think that you can never really know how the internet's going to react to things. And
Listen.
some people might be awful.
Have you seen the gameplay? I'm already upset. Let's be real. Let's be real.
I haven't seen it.
It's a mimic of Final Fantasy 15's more hack and slashy type of gameplay.
It's, yeah, apparently there are still, you can change it to a more classic mode. Not the OG classic mode.
But probably like
I'm
something
willing
like Final Fantasy
to
12.
give it a chance.
Well, give it a chance.
And I'm still madly in love with the way that, like, with all of the like, how good it looks.
Mm-hmm.
And because of my obsession with the story of that game, I have no problem dealing with the fighting, not liking it or whatever. But apparently you can change it a little bit more. But I think
Was that?
is Taylor alive?
I don't know.
He just
I
expired.
heard like a deep bowel movement, and I wasn't sure if it was me or if it was Taylor.
I don't know either, but I heard it from your
I
guys'
could
section.
kind of feel
I
it.
could
My
I could
whole-
hear it from over here. I was just gonna ignore it.
My whole like thought process just went away with that.
Okay, so let me just bounce a tangent off you right now.
Okay.
If right now
Yeah.
I told you could have Final Fantasy VII Remake
Yeah.
in its current, we'll say, fully polished state,
Mm-hmm.
or I told you I could also, or instead I could give you Final Fantasy VII with all of the gameplay stripped away, and it's like Advent Children 2.
Advent Children wasn't a game.
No, but like I can give you
you mean
Advent
like
Children
give,
2 now.
Like give me the
Like essentially,
just the
I'm giving
story,
you
like the
like
movies.
yeah, basically just the story.
no.
A full, beautiful, sexy, like 2-hour long movie.
No. I still obviously want
I'd
the
take that.
game. Because
I'd take
my experience with the game is just like
it. The movie was dope.
Yeah, I like that movie.
the movie was dope. I'm gonna
But you
give you
could,
that.
but you
Love
could get
Advent
the
Children.
you could get the game, and it could be disappointing. Consider
I'm
that.
not
Consider
gonna
that.
Be, I'm not going to be disappointed in the game.
Ooh.
I can promise you I'm not going to be disappointed in it simply because of my like obsessive love over it.
It's because it hits the nostalgia factor.
It's going to be perfect. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a nostalgia thing. It's going to be perfect no matter what. I don't even care. But the fact that they're taking their time on it, knowing the past of it and how Final Fantasy VII started to suck near the end because they got rushed and then they actually weren't able to do any of the stuff they wanted to end the game with. So knowing that, I'm so excited. I would be willing to give them another 2 friggin' years. I don't care. But like they don't want to push that far. So like that would be my thing where like, yeah, maybe they would be totally fine to have it out in March and they want to just like beta test it a little bit.
But what if it comes out and it's disappointing?
Paul,
Can-
shut
can
up.
I-
I already told you.
Okay,
It
but
doesn't
let's-
matter because it's a nostalgia thing
That's
more
fine.
than anything.
But let's talk about talking about release being, like releases being pushed
Yeah.
back, right? So one of them is Keanu Day, or Canoe Day,
What
is
the
now
hell?
yeah. So
Cyberpunk got
Cyberpunk-
pushed back.
Oh,
Cyber
right.
Got
pushed
pushed
back,
back?
from April to September.
and
just-
it was supposed to be the same release date as both The Matrix 4 and John
Wick
Wick
4.
4 that were supposed to be releasing on the same day, and they
So
were going to
everyone
call it
called
Keanu Day.
I just don't know why Canoe Day.
I mean, it can
Well,
still be.
Everybody, people call him Canoe.
Oh,
It can still be Keanu
Okay.
Day. There's still two out of 3 things coming
Yeah,
out.
but
that day.
then
That's still pretty
Cyberpunk
big.
27
Yeah, but
26
Cyberpunk kind of did it right though. They straight up said, like Project Red, they came out and said, "Hey, this game's massive and it's not done, and they need more time to finish polishing it.
That's true.
They just
I-
needed the time, and they straight up said it. And
I like
think
it
that
when
honesty is probably the best
Yeah.
policy.
And you know
Yeah,
what I like about
for
it
sure.
is that it's not just they're not sprinkling Keanu into the game. He actually was enjoying it, and he said he wants more parts in it. So they were like, okay, we're gonna have to make more parts for him then. Like, so they actually added extra parts for him in there. So I'm actually excited to see.
Matrix 4 was a mistake. I'm just saying that right now.
Paul,
didn't-
why do you
Why?
have to
I
be
don't know if I've
disappointed
even
in
seen
everything?
2 or 3.
I just you haven't seen 2 or 3?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They went
Number
down.
one's when he did the little backflip matrixy. flipping
Number
thing,
1
right?
was
That one was cutting edge. That was like ahead of its time.
We're gonna need a lot of guns.
Guns, lots of guns.
And then they
But
said
it went downhill, except for that final battle in the 3rd movie, which was really sick.
Paul, do you just like go into everything convinced you're going to be disappointed?
No, I don't.
Paul's just very skeptical.
I just
He
I,
is
s-
very skeptical.
He is.
Paul has
He's very
a million
judgmental when it comes to movies and
checklists
stuff.
in his head.
I try
And
to
he
look
walks
at it.
into every situation with his checklist. And
I
it's
do.
like, check. Oh wait, I only got 3 out of my 17 checks
This is
here. I
disappointing.
don't like it.
It's just like I try and look at it. I don't know, like objectively.
Yay, CGI That'll. There's no shadows.
Like okay, Star Fox 64 is my favorite game of all time. Star Fox 0, terrible game. Actually terrible.
Is it because you actually have to be on foot?
No, there was no on foot sections
there
in that
was.
game. We played that on the Wii U. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
That's
that
that
was
one
really
is-
bad.
Star Fox Assault is the one you're talking
Yeah, that's right.
about. But Star Fox 0 was a terrible game. It was not good.
I think everything that would have came out on the Wii U probably was terrible. I think that was a bad time for Nintendo video
that
games.
was-
There wasn't really a whole lot. Pikmin 3 was pretty good.
They need to release another Pikmin for the Switch. The Switch was just a revolutionized
Switchman.
system.
The
Switchman.
reason people like the Switch is because then they can play games on the shitter.
Because I can play games on the pooper.
True.
She said it.
we got
True.
we got friends that think that's gross.
We do. I mean, I don't know. I take it everywhere.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's it.
I don't walk into
That's my
things
sentence.
expecting to be disappointed. I just look at them objectively and just say
You
it like
put-
it is.
You put a lot of things under a very hard lens.
Because there's so much stuff nowadays. How many friggin' video games do we have? There's bazillions of them.
Yeah, but there's some things that I think you need to let yourself enjoy just to enjoy. Like, not everything has to meet all of your expectations for it to be enjoyable.
No,
He does. He eats homemade hamburger helper.
That's true.
which just tastes really good. It
which
might be
doesn't-
bad for me.
Which
Like
doesn't
Or
live up to
homemade-
any expectation.
or
It might-
homemade craft dinner, which is basically the same thing
It's
as
a-
his homemade.
just minus the hamburger,
Minus the hamburger.
essentially, and throw wieners in there if you want. But it tastes delicious. But oh man, it's bad for me. Undeniably bad.
Like, how gross do you feel after you eat that?
I don't feel gross. It tastes so
He
good.
feels
man.
like a champion.
It tastes so good. You guys don't understand because you just haven't had it yet.
Are you gonna make?
I mean, you can make it and
You
bring
can,
it to us.
yeah, invite us for supper one day.
Okay, maybe.
Or just
Well, how
just
come I
bring
haven't
it.
been invited over
Just
for
bring it to
supper?
the cast, man.
I'm not
Well,
bringing you
no.
guys my leftovers.
We'll
Fuck
have it
y'all.
on air.
No, we'll have to go over to his place and try it.
See, okay, so
Of these.
10 8
With,
p.m.
like-
presents date night.
with like the Final Fantasy VII thing, I'm hoping it's going to be good. The visuals look good. The gameplay I'm kind of wish-washed about because they fucked with a formula that they already solved. But like, I just feel like it's not. It could be disappointing. Can we all just agree that it could be disappointing?
It absolutely could, and that
But-
kind of brings us back to where this whole thing started with Warcraft 3. If
Did
if
it start
you-
with Warcraft 3?
I mean the whole cast,
Oh,
Yeah.
but that was also fits in here. It was delayed by a month as well because it was supposed to be out before. Literally, the due date was before December 31st, 2019.
Oh.
And then it didn't come out until January 24th or something. I guess I didn't do a lot of digging into it, but there was a like a cinematic or some kind of like teaser trailer put out like 2 years ago, and it was actually better than the in-game cinematic
That happens
in
a
the
lot,
released. Like
I did hear about that.
they like hyped it way up, and it's like, oh, it's gonna be great, and then it came out, and it's actually kind of shitty. Like, I can't believe they went back on it. They're
I've
like,
seen that
you're
a
like, wait,
lot,
guys,
though.
this cinematic's better than all the rest. We're gonna have to back it up a bit.
Wasn't that like the cinematic of like Skyrim or something? Also was supposed to be like it was really good, and then they came out with the game. I was like,
They did that with Dark Souls 2 in a big way. I remember that.
though. Arc.
oh, Ark.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
I remember
god, Ark.
Yeah. Ark
Yeah.
is still unplayable.
Because I
It's-
remember Paul showing us the video of Ark, and we're like, "That looks so good." And then Paul's like, "The game's unplayable though."
You need a supercomputer to play it.
So
It's
I think
still it's gonna be
that's
shit.
very common. I hate it, but it's common. And like, granted, yeah, Final Fantasy VII could be disappointing
But
to
you'll still love
everybody but me. I'll still love it regardless, just because of what it is.
Yeah,
fair.
I'm still playing the new Warcraft 3.
Because of what it is.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna play through it.
Whether it sucks or not, whatever.
Yep.
Some
They
things
made-
are
they
allowed
made
to
some
be
changes
like that.
I liked. I don't know. I only got through the first campaign. They made a few small changes. It's kind of cool. They made the culling mission where you have to go in and kill the civilians before the bad guy possesses them or whatever.
Was that the one where you're Arthas?
Yeah, you're
I
playing as
remember- I
Arthur. You
remember
got to
that
kill
one.
them all. Yeah,
Remember
that was pretty big. They remade that map to make Stratholme, that's the city, look the same as it did in World of Warcraft. So that's pretty cool.
Nice. That's a
Yeah.
good touch.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Hey Taylor, do you got any games you want to talk about?
Yeah, do you want to add to this at all?
Nope.
He's sleeping, guys. Let him recharge.
From what?
I don't know. He's tired.
His spaghetti.
We're not talking about that on air.
Did you?
It's just spaghetti.
There's stuff going on. I'm a little distracted.
Okay. What else do we got here on the list? Let's talk about another Fire Emblem character in Smash.
God damn it.
I threw that in there for Paul.
Oh,
Hey,
So I
she looks pretty, or she or he or however you
Both.
want to skin it.
Both actually.
They look pretty cool.
Go on.
It's not just like a typical like here's my sword and I move quickly. They have like 3 or 4 different weapons.
It's
How does
kind
that
of
work?
different. It's like here's my sword, lance, and axe, and I move pretty slowly. Actually,
Yeah.
when are they gonna just add Arthur?
Who's Arthur?
who?
Oh,
Arthur
come on,
from-
man. They ain't putting Arthur in there.
Arthur from like Ghouls and Ghosts.
No, Arthur
What?
from Fire Emblem.
Why
From
would they
Fire
ever
Emblem.
add
Yeah.
Arthur?
Oh,
he just
like
likes it
that.
because his
That
art is
side
different.
character from Fire Emblem
His
Fates
his
Conquest.
art his art is different.
What a niche pick.
But like
He's so goofy looking though.
he's
really
not a
goofy
good character. Like there's no reason to add
Listen,
him.
they have enough Fire Emblem characters to begin with
Granted.
in Smash. Why don't they just grab something that's so absurd?
Why don't they just not
Yeah, like
add
what is
anyone.
that dog that Paul plays?
That
Isabella?
dog.
You gotta.
Isabella.
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with Isabella. She's
was a-
precious.
Well, Stefan's talking absurd.
Oh.
That's absurd.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
You
That's
have a
not
fishing line
absurd.
and a fucking
I'm talking about an absurd
butterfly net.
Yes, but that's that's from
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. Where I'm talking about if you're gonna add a Fire Emblem character, stop adding sword characters. Add an axe guy. Add a freaking lance guy.
That's what they
Technically,
did.
she does all
They
three.
just added one
But-
character with
No,
all the weapons.
Add
And
a
both.
add a
And both.
Manakete.
Manakete. Yeah,
Add one of the
that'd be sick.
full
Honestly,
on
like
dragon.
I just really don't want any more Fire Emblem characters in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's really where we just need to draw the line. The
Can we-
community was pretty. The community was really decided that this was going to be Dante from Devil May Cry,
Right.
or
can't.
or it was going to be Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Ah.
These are like the two hot picks that people were pretty confident it was going to be.
Sora they could. Dante they can't
Why?
because it's already in PlayStation Network.
PlayStation All Stars.
Oh, sorry.
But at any rate, I'm sure something could happen. I'm sure that there's something that could happen.
I
Paul-
think it would hit some licensing issues.
Are they?
'Cause
Is
Banjo-
it a Nintendo game?
Banjo Kazooie
that?
is a rare
Dante. Is he
IP.
from a Nintendo game?
Well, he's from a Capcom game. Is it
Yeah,
Capcom?
You can't put. You can't. You have to
Yeah,
put
I think so.
a
Yep.
Nintendo game. You can't have a
it's
character
Sony.
from not.
But okay, hear me out. Banjo Kazooie is in the game. He's a Rare IP. Rare is owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh.
So
Oh,
strings
so they're
can
not.
be pulled.
Oh, they're not just by
Strings can
Nintendo.
absolutely be pulled.
I agree,
okay.
but you already had Dante in a fighting game, which was a Smash ripoff that would turn to be terrible.
But if he was in Smash, like Just straight up, I'm sure people would, shell out money for him
The-
if he's popular.
The creators of Dante probably
to
are
buy
looking
those?
for
Do
something.
you have to buy the new characters, Paul?
You can buy them individually, or you can buy like a season pass thing.
Okay.
I don't think they would have added him. What they should have added was Doom Guy.
That is a terrible idea.
Why?
Paul,
he
what
does
would
not
be
fit with the game at all.
Yeah,
What
how
would be
does
your-
how would
Does?
that work?
Paul? What would be your ultimate inclusion?
Oh boy,
Like
we're doing
the
a
one
top
character,
10 on YouTube.
the one character that you would like literally give your soul to be in Smash.
I don't know if I'd give my soul, but I can give you like my number one,
Okay.
because I don't think this character is that important that I'd have to give my soul for.
Okay, but like you really, really want.
I would really like to see Shantae put in Smash,
Shantae.
or
Who is
Shovel
Shantae?
Knight.
Also, who's
Okay.
Shovel Knight?
Shantae, you see her in like a lot of those like PlayStation Network like games when they're on sale and it's like really low.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the Shantae games are always like with the with the crappy games.
Shantae, Half Genie Hero, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Risky
I've never
Boots
heard of any-
Revenge.
I've never heard of any of these things.
It's an indie side-scrolling platformer. There's nothing really super special about it. She can transform into different animals. She get different attributes. She can climb on walls. She can swim underwater. Whatever. It's really simple. It's like just a side scroller.
I think for a recent release, especially that would have been good for them. I've got 2 games that I would like that I like their characters to be in Smash, but they kind of already put one of them in technically, but as a skin, which was Cuphead or Mugman
Mm.
from Cuphead.
Yes.
So I thought that would have been a good idea, but they added as skin that, or fuck, I had the other one in my head, but then I completely forgot about it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I know.
Good job.
Oh, Spyro.
Spyro and Smash would be pretty cool.
That would be a
Let's
good
go.
idea because, like, Spyro already has. You can buy the Ignited collection on Switch.
Yeah.
So there's no bad blood there,
You can buy it on Switch.
Yes.
and the Crash triple deal too.
So even Crash being in Smash, add Crash and add
It could happen.
Spyro, and I think Spyro would make a really good addition to the game.
He would. He'd make a really smart addition. I think so. He's got the charge. He's got the flame. He's got all of his like animal buddies in
He
the
could
third
be like
game.
a mixture of like
Ooh.
Ridley and
Add
like
Sheila.
Charizard. You know, he
Yeah,
could be
something like that.
Throw some moves. I think it would work very well.
A simple character works well in Smash like that. That's one thing that the community said when Byleth came out for Smash, is that everyone played the character, learned the character, and then that was it. There's no complicated mechanics. There's no.
Yeah,
She's not from a fighting game where you
It's
have to do
actually super
quarter
simple.
circle inputs or DP inserts or half
Joker.
forward or Joker. Like, there's no complicated mechanics with Byleth. She's very simple. You just forward smash or side special or Falcon Axe, I guess now.
Yeah, I don't know. I seen part of the video today, but I didn't turn my sound on.
Mm-hmm. So,
Cody-
like a very simple character.
Do you have a character that you would love to be in Smash?
Did you say Alduin
Alduin?
from Skyrim?
from Skyrim.
Alduin is
The
too
bad
big
guy
for
from-
Smash.
So
Yeah.
was
I'm
Ridley.
bringing back the Ridley argument.
So was Ridley.
And Ridley is still too big for Smash. That boy's hitbox is massive.
Yeah.
He's combo food.
Yeah.
Okay, asking for Alduin in Smash is a terrible idea. Next.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have any specifics.
Steve
that you
from
want?
Minecraft. I'm still pulling for Steve.
Diablo from
From Diablo.
Diablo.
It's on Switch. Diablo
Yeah.
3's on Switch.
Like, it could happen, but he's gonna have to be scaled way down to the point where he's kind of silly and small.
They'd have to put the girly version Diablo from Diablo 3.
Ooh, Paul.
Oh,
The
what?
what?
Hat Girl.
It was a girl
From
in
A
Diablo
Hat in
3.
Time.
Oh,
I'd be
Hat
into
Girl from
that.
Hat in Time.
I'd be friggin' into that. She could have a mechanic where she changes out her hats.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh wait, hold it. Kind of like Shulk's
like-
thing that he does. Where he
Yikes.
changes his Monado and it changes his
Or like
parameters.
Hero, where you have to
Scroll through a
RPG
menu.
scroll through it.
Yeah. Hat Girl would be sick.
That game's lit.
I actually bought that again on PC when it was on sale.
Really?
Just because the Switch's performance was subpar.
Yeah.
So I want to play it at like a crisp 60 FPS. So I
Yeah.
bought it on PC for cheap.
Nice. That game's dope.
It's so good.
I kind of want to buy the DLC for it.
It adds like a harder difficulty.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, maybe I don't then, because
If
I
you-
play like every game on
If
easy.
you pick up the Seal the Deal expansion,
Yeah.
it adds like a harder difficulty.
There's
kind of.
another expansion though, isn't there?
I can't remember what it's called.
Oh God.
Something about some kind of like Japanese subway. I can't remember what it's called now. But that adds like another world to go explore.
Okay. Since that topic is clearly done, what else do we want to talk about? Decline of single player games?
That's just going to depress me, I think.
I don't know. Sony still seems to be grasping on to the single player games, which I'm all for.
I am huge into single player games.
And
That's because you have no friends.
Yeah.
I love single player games, and I think if you're gonna go and make consoles, you should leave them as single player mostly. You should have some multiplayer. Don't get me wrong, but I think you should have the option of mostly single player. So like your Death Stranding, where it's got multiplayer aspects, as in if somebody builds a bridge somewhere, you can cross that bridge. I think that's a good aspect of the game. Or if you want to play Spider-Man, I think it builds more story that way instead of building like, let's say, a Destiny or stuff like that. That's my personal opinion, and I would like for them to leave story games alone. Or single player, sorry.
Amen.
I think that I don't mind necessarily having like single player games that are able to become multiplayer but are still playable single player. So like Monster Hunter, for example. I can play that alone. I almost beat the game by myself before I even started playing with you guys. You can do it.
I know, but like you're playing alone, but you have like an AI companion the whole time. The
Yeah,
Palico
that's-
is
that's
really
part of
overpowered.
the
Yeah, but if you're playing with two people, you still have the Palico.
Yeah. But after you put a third person in there, they go away.
Yeah, but that's fine. You can play the game alone. I
Okay.
can play the game
You know what?
alone. Whether I have an AI person or not.
I just noticed that the Palico leaves after third player comes in.
Then it gets real. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
you realize, hey, I'm not healing on my own anymore.
Yeah,
Um,
legit.
Also, games like Borderlands, I never actually played with people, even though I know that they're made to be played together.
Those are like that's a single player game. though.
I think
would
so
play
too.
those.
Yeah.
But like, obviously, they wanted you to play it with people.
Yeah. Like,
But I never did because
Yeah, but
I'm a
single player
loser.
games are still
And-
getting game of the year. Like what was
Don't have
was-
friends.
Sekiro.
Dad of War? What was that?
Oh,
God of War.
God of War. That's right.
That
Oh
was
my
Game
God.
of the Year, wasn't it? What?
that was single player. Yeah.
Like how you remember it as Dad of War.
Yeah.
I think that was last
I
year's
just remember him saying
last
"Boy."
year's game of the year though, or
Probably,
2
yeah.
years
Yeah.
ago.
Well, look
Yeah,
at
and then last
A
year's
while
was
ago.
Sekiro, single player game.
isn't
Yeah.
Cyberpunk coming out as a single player?
Ooh,
It's gonna be story based, isn't it?
isn't there multiplayer in
I
that?
think.
I don't think so.
Don't know. I would
Single player?
suspect
I
it's
think it's a
single player
single
game.
player game.
Game of the year.
So, and that's why I like Death Stranding. Death Stranding is, don't get me wrong, it's delivery man with spoopy things.
Delivery Boy the game.
Delivery boy, it's Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. Let's be
Yeah,
honest
there's really
here.
not.
But
Can you say that? Can you say that online?
Norman Reedus and the Funky
I just
Fetus?
did it.
Yeah,
I just did.
you did it twice.
Yeah, well, she did. I think like it's a great game, and it's the story you get more developed into the story than you do if you were multiplayer, because you're mostly trying to play with your friends, and it's like go, fuck the story.
Yeah, but I mean, look at what is it? Gears of War. It's the same story whether you're playing with one guy or two guys. You can do it.
That's
Yeah, but
cooperative multiplayer though.
That's cooperative
Yeah.
multiplayer.
That's
Well, I
That's like
think-
Halo.
Yeah.
I think Stefan's argument is more like you just don't really tend to care as much about story if you're playing with somebody else.
Well, no,
Like,
I'm
how
not.
many
I don't.
of us
I don't
actually
want to know what the
watched the
story is
sto-
in my battle royale.
All of us played Final Fantasy 14.
Don't talk to me. I watched every single friggin' cutscene, and y'all can eat my ass.
Huge skip energy. Every cutscene. I'm not
We
fucking with that.
skipped every
You
single
guys,
cutscene.
you guys made me skip the cutscenes when we were playing.
They
so
made
we
me
continue.
too, so then I went back and watched them
Yeah, just watch them on YouTube.
You
because
can watch them at the end.
you can
You
just
can
watch them
them at the
game.
end, which was what we did. I
but
do.
don't waste my time.
But yeah, like I'd watch them at the end.
I
Like,
think that's
in
why
my
I
end.
didn't get into that game, is
Because they made you
because
skip.
I didn't know that I couldn't follow the story,
Yeah.
and I didn't get into it because
You didn't
of
get
that.
into the game because you said there was too many fireworks happening in combat.
There was. It was
That's
ridiculous.
exactly what you said.
It's ridiculous, dude.
It's
I want to
flashy.
play. I
That's
want to
true.
play a
It
guy
is.
that punches people in the face.
You can turn it off.
Every time I punch a guy, I don't want to see like a glowing.
You can
heart
turn
above his
that
head or
off.
something.
You don't want to feel badass?
No, that's not badass.
It's super
When I punch a guy in the
badass.
face, I want to see blood shoot out,
No.
not fireworks.
This is the
and-
Final Fantasy
okay,
game,
it's
dude.
like it's
This
supposed to be a
isn't
fantasy
Street
thing,
Fighter.
Yeah, dude.
I know. I'm just saying though.
Also,
can't
you can
take away
turn that
from me.
off.
Yeah, but then it's probably boring as fuck.
So you
So-
just contradicted yourself.
Exactly.
I want something. I just don't want fireworks.
I'm
But-
so confused by your
Very,
desires.
I'm very confused.
I want to know what happens inside
It was
your
just
head.
it was a little too flashy.
What's the difference between World
It
of
is a
Warcraft, where you
flashy
have 30 people around one dude just jumping the fuck out of the boss?
There's
Welcome
mechanics,
to
though.
MMO.
There's mechanics.
That's how it
though.
is, dude.
Yeah, but that's the same thing in World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy. There's the same fucking game.
It was just
man.
it was extra flash. It was a little too extra.
It's
for
too
me.
flashy.
I'm a basic kind of bitch over
It's
here.
too flashy. For
Too
Cody.
flashy.
That's because
Okay.
it's a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And their
I will-
names. Oh my! What is with the
Again.
names?
A Final Fantasy game.
It's like a recurring thing.
Craziness.
They're creatures and names that we've learned over the years
Yeah,
for
I
the most
don't know.
part.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But I will side with Cody that when you're in like a big 24-man raid and everyone's throwing spells at the boss, I can't see shit.
no,
I have no clue what's happening.
especially when you're
That's
supposed
the
to
other thing.
see what
I'm
way
okay.
he's facing.
I'm okay with flashy
Yeah.
spells. Magic is magic. When I'm punching a guy in the face, I don't want to see a circle of lights come out of my ass every
and
time.
and it's bad, especially when it's like a boss that you have to figure out where he's aiming.
Yeah, and
because
all you can
he
see
can-
are just like
Yeah, because he's about to use his goddamn Yamato cannon, about to blow your face like just clean off, and you're like, okay, well I'm stuck here. I'm just gonna die. So no, I do get that,
That's all.
But-
That's I just I don't
but
know.
you can
I
turn
wasn't
it
into
off.
That's fine.
But no, I totally get that you didn't enjoy necessarily playing the game because you didn't know you could watch the cutscenes afterwards.
Well, yeah. I just
Because
I
there
like-
is
I
a
like
story, and granted, y'all hate it.
That's why you play a game, is for story.
But I don't care. I love story, and so I watched every single one of those cutscenes.
and that's fine.
was the story good?
It wasn't bad, Paul. You are so upset about the story for Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy stories are kind of always in the same vein.
No, like I played Final Fantasy VIII and I was for the most part into the story. It was simple. It was a simple story.
Can I
A lot
just
of
cut
them
in
are
real
like
quick?
that.
Can we all just agree Final Fantasy 1 was the best?
No,
Final Fantasy 10
Was it?
was my
No, I-
favorite.
1 was the best.
I don't
not.
think I've
I
ever
loved
heard your
One.
that argument.
I don't think
Classic.
anybody thinks that's
I don't-
the
Classic
best.
AF.
No,
I loved 1.
I've
was
heard a lot
vanilla.
of
I love
That's the
10.
point.
I've heard a lot of people say 6.
6. A lot of people say 6
A
is the
lot of
crowning
people say
jewel.
Which one's
6.
6?
That's the one where they start and they're walking through the snowfields on big robotic chocobos.
Yeah. Oh no.
And it's
That's
got
the one
that
with
song that plays in the that song plays
Isn't
in the
that the one
background?
with like Cecil? or is that
No.
4?
No,
That's
that's
the- that's the-
4.
Okay, people also really
They
like
also
4.
rearranged the
I like
numbers
that
when
one.
they put them over onto the Game Boy, so it was kind of
They did.
confusing.
Yeah. I think it was 3 and 6 got spun around.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember which
I
one.
can't
it is.
remember.
But yeah,
The one with Cecil was not bad. I didn't mind that.
going back to the whole
I didn't mind
single
that
player
either.
thing, I don't think personally single player is going to go anywhere anytime soon, because you got us diehard nerds that like playing your Witcher 3,
Also like
Death Stranding, or Spider-Man, or Final Fantasy.
introverted millennials that don't actually want to play a game with other people.
Even
Whoa.
Gen Xers, man.
Back it up.
Me.
Okay,
Just
boomer.
you.
Just kidding.
No, there's a lot of me. Like a lot of people like me who just like I don't want to play with
The-
nobody.
the-
Mostly because I don't want people to judge me. I'm bad at video games. Like
You're scared AF.
full
You're
on.
just scared.
I'm
you're,
bad at video games, and I know people are gonna be like,
You're
"You're
not-
not doing that right."
you're not bad at video games.
You're
I mean,
bad at
I'm
everything.
mediocre at
that's
best.
fine. Let's,
What?
Let's
Did you
what
say
was
I'm
this?
bad at everything?
Yeah, what was I
I
going to
mean,
say? I had
I'm
something
not-
important to say.
I'm not gonna argue that. But like,
Oh, sorry. I when I wrote that in the notes, I was thinking something along the lines of the decline of single player games is kind of because it's being overshadowed by the Fortnites and the big esport You know what I mean? League
They've
of Legends,
always
all
had
of
that.
the esports are becoming more and more, right?
Yes,
Now
But I
there's-
don't think that will get rid of the single player games that people play for actual enjoyment.
I mean,
whereas, like, not-
Death Stranding is it did not do that well, especially in America.
that's because it's Delivery Boy the game.
It's jank.
and it was very jank.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I didn't do so good. Look at Spider-Man. I know I keep bringing it up, but it did very well. Spider-Man did phenomenal. So did God of War. Those
Obviously,
are all
game of the year.
and exactly.
I'm not saying it's dead. I'm just saying
No, but how people
the giant
people are saying that
esports.
it's being clouded by. I don't. Esports always been there. It has been. It's just being more.
I mean, it technically hasn't always.
No, but like it's been
Esports is
it's been
still
around for a
relatively
long
new.
time.
Since like Quake 3, pretty much.
Which Quake 3 came out in '98.
Yeah,
a
but
long
I
time
mean,
ago,
it's
yeah.
but I mean, esports are now actually like
Actually considered sports.
ESPN. I think it was ESPN2 actually had like they aired an esports
Yeah.
They did,
event,
yeah,
right?
but
And that's huge
Did-
for the esport community.
You did, but you didn't hear the backlash that happened at the end of it. That backlash was absolutely insane
All the angry
I missed
boomers.
that.
because it was a League of Legends game. They straight
because
up,
they decided it wasn't actual athletics.
it wasn't sports. But they said, what's the difference between watching? They're like, why would you watch a game when you can just play it yourself?
Who the
That's
fuck's
the
gonna
same thing
get
with
up and play
hockey.
basketball?
That's the same thing with basketball. And then they're like, oh yeah, I guess you're right.
yeah.
Well, that
And
and like
that's-
the amount of time that you have to put into it to like know your characters, it's really no different than.
It's no different whatsoever.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'll never understand the argument that esports isn't sports.
but there was a big
because-
backlash.
I think the
but
problem is calling it a sport.
Yeah.
You know the
It is-
diehard jocks that used to pull the fucking underwear. What is that? A wedgie?
Yeah.
Used to give the nerds the wedgie.
Or like the swirly in the toilet.
I play sports. You play video games.
Yeah.
That's the problem, right?
Like and then like a boomer
we should have
thing.
we should have
Yeah,
called it something different.
it's a competitive. It is a competitive sport. Because what's the difference between that and being behind a wheel of a NASCAR? It's a sport.
I don't think that's a sport.
800
they
horsepower.
consider it
That's
a
the
sport.
difference.
It's a horsepower, yeah. No, I think we should
Motorsport.
have kept it as competitive gaming or something, and then all of us there would be no backlash.
Yeah, you
sports
just
is
think-
sports is sports.
you just think,
We
like, the
watch,
terminology
We
was the
watch
problem.
Super Bowl. That's a sport. We watch competitive gaming.
We
that's
watch
gaming.
Super Bowl.
We watch Super Bowl.
I was just
Bowl-
gonna
that
let
is
it go.
a
It's Super
sport.
Bowl.
Yeah,
it's Super Bowl
it
weekend.
down
That's
Go
what
That's
I'm saying.
sports
stupid.
puck.
Go
That's what I'm
sports
saying.
ball.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
I no,
These
I
are
agree.
sports. This is gaming. Let's.
But-
You think that the terminology caused the backlash?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah,
it's
I
a
could-
bunch
I could
of
see how the
jocks that
terminology
said, hey,
definitely affected
that's
the-
not a sport. You won't have muscles or something.
Yeah, and
That's it.
you know what? I understand that, but I don't think the whole single player
Oh, I'm not saying
era
it's dead.
is
I'm just
going
saying
anywhere.
I think some of these big esports are really overshadowing the single player games.
Yeah, I hope the single player doesn't go anywhere. And then it's kind of annoying that like you're getting all these basically copy paste games that are doing so well, and so now everyone's feeling like they need to put out another battle royale game. And it's like, okay, great, love that. We can play Fortnite, PUBG,
Apex Legends,
Apex Legends,
DayZ.
Daisy. Like, there's just so many now, and like, okay, people are enjoying them. I'm not going to take that away from them, but like, maybe don't put out 500 more of that game.
I'm excited for the Call of Duty battle royale though. Let's go.
Didn't this happen already?
No, the Black Ops had Blackout or whatever they called it, but there's talk, and I'll hold my breath or not hold my breath for Call of Duty Modern Warfare battle royale.
I mean, that could be good simply because Modern or Call of Duty has like its own
Cult
thing.
following.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. There's a lot of battle royales just coming out because people think it's a cash cow. I think.
Because it's cool. I like it.
Okay.
Anyone else have anything else to add?
You guys remember when we said this was only going to be an hour long?
Psych.
Joke's on you.
Never is.
This is like 3 episodes in one. You could just
You could
cut
just
it
cut it
apart,
up.
and we'll just 3 episodes.
Nah, it'll just be one.
Let it rock.
Raw, uncut.
Ugh,
Don't do that.
gross.
Give it to me uncut, please.
All right. Well, I think that's going to
Did
do
we
it for this
did we
episode.
did we hit every topic? Did
Doesn't
we-
matter.
we-
We're stopping.
We
Yeah.
missed
No.
a couple.
Honestly,
but
don't even look at it.
Drop 2 on me right now.
No,
Back
because
to back.
there's a couple more things in there that we could just keep talking. Honestly,
Told you I'm good at
Yeah.
talking.
we're just going to drop it. We're going to wrap it up. All right.
all right.
Drop a zinger.
Sounds good.
Everybody here at the 10 APM crew, we'd all like to say thank you for tuning in and listening to us argue back and forth
Literally just ramble.
about
on.
video games.
And, seeing
And
our views
also your cholesterol.
And
and
cholesterol.
your cholesterol.
And that, I guess.
Yeah.
Haven't really figured out a solution to that one yet.
I mean, stop eating
Well,
terribly.
We'll
Cheese
work
whiz.
on it.
Drop the cheese whiz and it'll be fine.
I'll
Yeah.
stop eating with cheese if Allison starts eating vegetables.
That's that's a win-win.
I don't know
So-
about that one.
That's a net increase in my friend's life expectancy.
Yeah, so, you know,
Wow, it's so great that you're actually
don't give
considering
out
your
the
friend
advice
now.
if
Yeah.
you can't take
Yeah,
it, bro.
don't
That's a
don't
big step for
fucking
him.
like
It's a big step up.
that's
I
that was more for words, Paul. You could
Okay.
drop dead.
Okay.
At any rate,
Okay.
I heard it.
I'm going to drop it. So
Drop a zinger on us.
I don't have a zinger.
Aw,
I don't. We never did end
No,
slate
it-
zingers.
it's like
how are we gonna? We gotta
It-
end on a high note.
I have-
it's like it's like this. Yeah. I've been Taylor.
I've been Paul.
I've been Stefan.
I've been Allison.
I'm still gonna be Cody.
And we're
this?
logging out.
Oh, we did. We said we logged
Yeah,
it
we're
out.
Log it
logging
out.
out.
Log it
Log it
out.
out.
Let's go.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
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 What a fucking train wreck.
Shut it down.
Listen,
I think that there were some good conversations in
this was
Shut it
an
down.
absolute travesty.
there. And we all took part.
Computer and simulation.
All